Yeah. We are live. Let's talk about it with your host Jules and Latino. Let's talk about it. Pull up a chair and show people. Let's talk about it. Real life, real laughs on the reload. Let's talk about it with your host Jules and Latino. Jules got the gems, big facts. Latino bring the spice. No cap, 2 mics, 1 vibe. Tap in, turn it up, tell a friend. Let's begin. Let's talk about it with your host Jules and Latino. Let's talk about it. Pull up a chair and show people. Let's talk about it. Real life, real laughs on the reload. Let's talk about it with your host Jules and Latino.
Whatever the fuck you want to say don't mean I gotta listen to it and not stop talking because you want to talk.
Yeah. We are. Let's talk about it
with your host Jules and Latino.
Talk about it.
Pull up a chair, this your people.
Talk about it.
Real life, real laughs on the reload.
Talk about it.
With your host Jules and Latino. Jules got the gems, big facts. Latino bring the spice. No cap, 2 mics, 1 vibe. Tap in, turn it up, tell a friend. Let's begin.
Let's talk about it
with your host Jules and Latino.
Talk about it.
Pull up a chair, this your people.
Talk about it.
Real life, real laughs on the reload.
Talk about it.
With your host Jules and Latino. Jules and Latino. Jules and Latino.
Come on, Latino, you gotta stop supporting this shit, OG.
Hello and welcome to Let's Talk About It with your host Jules and Latino. What up, Jules?
What's up? What's up? How you doing?
I'm all right. Damn, man. We were talking about Ert yesterday, and all of a sudden he shows up on CMs, man. That was crazy. It's like
I mean, I didn't know all of that was
him.
going on, but I just popped up and it was pretty interesting.
We summoned him, Jules. But anywho,
Yeah. I mean, he was getting real, like, poor Art. Like, like, I gotta give it to him because he keeps coming back for more.
yeah, he it's like a like the internet is a dominatrix, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dominatrix.
Yeah, that thing with girls in the latex
Yeah.
and shit, whipping dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, I gotta give it to him because seriously, like, if I was getting beat down that bad, I would just be like, "Fuck y'all, I'm out, peace," But
Facts.
he's hanging, so I gotta give him that. Gotta
Hey.
give him that.
Whatever works for him, I guess. We'll be talking about the subway and stuff like that, so we're gonna get into it.
Transit Authority has not run out of tokens, but it is planning to replace them with something called a Metro card. In fact, the card is now in use at the Whitehall station in Lower Manhattan. It is also getting a tryout by commuters at the Wall Street station. Tim Fleischer has more on how the card works.
Strap hangers could buy the new Metro card easier than they could find a morning paper.
A lot lighter than carrying a lot of tokens.
Yes, it's a great idea.
The new cards, much like a credit card, are purchased at $5 increments up to $80. But strap hanger groups argue it has to offer commuters something more than just a way to eliminate tokens. For now, the Metro cards are only good on the N and R lines here at the Whitehall Street Station.
Wait, can you
And here
pause it?
on the
Can you
4 and
pause
5
it?
line.
Why does it have to offer people more than not just having to have tokens? Because look,
I'm gonna get there.
if you buy the pass or whatever, because
Mhm.
they have that shit in San Francisco, that's already a benefit. That's already just less of a hassle, less of a pain in the ass, all that. Like, why do you need there to be more than that as the benefit?
I think they got rid of tokens because if you up the price, it's going to be hard for people to carry a whole bunch of tokens. Right?
Yeah, but you usually just pay for it on a card anyway.
You're talking about this is back then in the 90s over here.
Okay. Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
This is like going into the future. You feel me?
Okay. I'm sorry. My bad.
No, you're good. So you're good. So the reason why I bring this up is because I wanted to show you, I wanted to show people the difference between back then and today. So that's the reason why they got rid of the tokens, Jules. Like it makes it makes hella sense to have a card because you don't want to carry a whole bunch of tokens, right? The excuse that they made was, "Oh, we need to use cards because there's not enough tokens."
Okay, wait. Okay, but even back then, okay, and I don't know about the East Coast. I can only talk about the West Coast and San Francisco, whatever. But even back then, there was like a little, one of those machines at like the Golden Gate Bridge, the San Francisco side of the Golden Gate Bridge, and you put money in to pay for your ride. You could use a car, your credit card, your debit card. You could use cash, and then it would give you back a little, like paper kind of credit card. Like there was a little magnetic strip on it, and that was your ticket. Okay, so that should still happen in the 90s, right? Like there was no reason.
It was a time that it was. You're not understanding what I'm saying. There was a time where it was just token, right? And the reason why they moved to card is because how can I up your price and then you have a whole bunch of tokens in your pocket now in order for you to get on the bus, on the train? So what better way to cut down on that by having these cards? Now, when you have the card, now every year I could just up the price. You understand? But if I up the price with you having tokens, right? Let's say we never advance.
You're not paying the attention, and they're just going to take whatever off the card. That's what you're saying.
What I'm saying is that it's the beginning of how they basically tricked everybody to getting a card so they can up the price every year. You understand?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, because if you imagine just having coins or something. You know how many coins you would have to have in your purse just to get on the train? Right?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like this is
heavy.
this is the thought process of these people, bro. It's not because we didn't have enough coins. It was just, man, these tokens, it's like you get 2 tokens for like $1 or some shit. So each token represented 50 cents, right? Something like that. I'm just throwing just numbers, crazy numbers, right? So this is the thing right now. Now today, I believe it's like $4.25 or some shit to get on the train. Imagine how many of those tokens you would have had needed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a lot.
It's a lot of tokens, right? So what they did back then was they said, okay, we're gonna make it simple for you guys, so you won't have to carry those tokens, not knowing that every year they were gonna up the price on them. You understand?
And the tokens become dollars. Yeah, no, I do because they're like, I'm sorry, I keep bringing it up, but when I lived in San Francisco, I didn't take public transportation enough for it to be worth it for me to buy like a monthly pass or anything. But every once in a while it'd be like, oh, I'm just gonna like take the train to the beach and like have my sandwich out there and just enjoy the the sunset or whatever. And that would be like $2.25, but the bus and the train drivers is all SFMTA. They would take dollars in the little machine there. where they're
Yeah,
sitting.
there you just threw it the dollar in there. I remember.
Yeah.
But not
So this
today
shit's
though.
crazy.
Today, imagine somebody the bus fares. I'm just throwing numbers again. 350, and all you have is a $5 bill. You understand? And there's no such thing as transfers anymore. You understand? Because that's what they used to give you back then. It's like, damn, I overpaid by 25, 50 cents or whatever. And they'd be like, yo, here's your transfer because I don't have change or whatever. I'm not going to give you change. Here's a transfer. You understand?
Yeah,
You'll
that's
stamp the bus that
crazy.
you were in, so you won't be able to take that same bus. You could take another bus. You understand? So they don't do that no more.
I can't believe that. Like that's just I mean, I can. I'm not saying I can't believe it, but you know what I'm saying? Like that's insane.
Now you have the
Yes,
card.
it
All you
leaves
got to put is the
no
card in. The card
change.
takes the right amount, Jules. No more, no less.
Well, that's true.
This is what I'm trying to explain, man. It's like,
What can we say?
yeah, man. It's like we all get tricked to our own system, bro. Because like wasn't the subway intended, for transportation, of course, right? But the government is the one in charge of this shit, right? So the government, from the government's point of view, it was, shit, we can make money because people needs transportation. But now it's gotten to the point where anytime they gotta upgrade anything that has to do with the subway, they gotta charge the passengers now more money in order, for them to fix a rail, for them to build a new train station, for them to remodel, for them to get new trains. It never comes from them having them being over the red. You know what I'm saying, or is it the black? The black is bad and the red
The
is good, right?
well, it's in the black is good, red is negative.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So in the black, you know what I'm saying? They're never in the black.
Yeah.
They're always in the red. So this is my thing. So it's like the purpose and the intent of this shit. It no longer stands, bro. So what is the purpose now? Just to have a subway? Just to say that we have a subway? When the money should be going to back to the state, you know what I'm saying, for schools, roads, infrastructure, and all that. Nope. Every time they got to fix something or every time something goes wrong, we have to pay the price. You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean. It shouldn't be that way, even though that's the way
That's
it
what I'm
is.
saying.
Yeah.
So what? So we all knew what the intent purpose was back then. So what's the intent purpose today?
Well, what do you mean? Don't you think it's a continuation of previous intent? To keep the masses happy and at bay, not even happy, just tolerant of the situation.
Bro.
Keep the rats underground while the rich people can drive around up there. Shit like that.
I don't know, man. But I'm gonna continue.
Lines at the Wall Street station. The MTA is now looking into a more creative fare policy. By April, 70 more of the stations will have the system, with strap hangers at the remaining 400 stations in the city using MetroCard by 1995.
There you go. 1995. What a year.
What a year.
Oh, I miss the 90s, man. Shit. Ugh.
I do too, really, to be honest.
Go back. All right. So look, and now we fast forward to today, and I'm gonna show you. Like I said, what is the intent purpose now?
If you use public transportation, obviously you're supposed to pay. But there is an epidemic across the country, people skipping out on paying their fare. And it's no small thing. As Lisa Guerrero reports, it's costing cities millions of dollars in lost revenue every year.
They hop, they duck, they climb, they go through two at a time. Anything to avoid paying the fare. Here in New York City, the problem has gotten so bad, it costs $215 million.
And look, I'm gonna rewind it, man. Look at that guy right there. That guy looks like he probably makes 100K a year. He could pay you the subway. This mom looks like, she could pay the subway. This dude definitely look like he could pay the subway. Like, come on, man. Like, it's just a whole bunch of different people, bro, different walks of life that are doing this
With
shit,
the
right?
mentality just to get one over. There's a lot of people. It's not just black people, white people, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Those people have the mentality of, if I can get one over, I will. It's fucked up.
But that had to come from somewhere because I just showed you the video from the 90s, bro, right? So couldn't it possibly be that shit? They see one person hop, nothing ever happens to them, and they go, fuck it, then why should I have to pay if he doesn't? Or she doesn't. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but just because people see that and they equate that doesn't make it right,
It doesn't, Jules, but the way they see it is like, shit, man, I already pay as much taxes as I do. The fare is getting expensive. These people don't want to pay. Why the hell should I? Do you understand?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, whatever. I mean, okay.
Millions of dollars in lost revenue every year.
They hop, they duck, they climb, they go through 2 at a time. Anything to avoid paying the fare. Here in New York City, the problem has gotten so bad, it cost $215 million in lost revenue last year. Watch as this guy just leaps over the turnstile.
We just caught you jumping. Why did you do that, sir?
He goes back and pays.
This is what you're supposed to do. Pay to get in like everybody else, right?
But look at this. While we were talking to him, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here come the rest.
All Asian. All Asian.
5, 6. Sneak through the emergency door. This guy pays to get in,
Lo mein.
but then opens the exit door, and here they come. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
God damn, man. What is this? Fucking the the CCP? God. Jesus Christ, you seen all them Asians?
It probably was supposed to be. Yeah.
God. So many of them. It was like 10.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. That was like what? 10 of them at $4 a pop, man. Oof. It's like $40 lost right there, y'all.
6 more. No one seems to worry about getting caught.
Are there any cops around? You guys not cops, right?
No, we're not cops.
Some subway scoffers.
Yo, bro. You see, this is what I'm talking about, Jules. Ain't no cops around? All right, cool. Because, I mean, this is a normal thing now. This has become a culture thing, bro. John even stated that there's parts of Washington in the inner city where it's free. And I'm like, what you mean it's free? It's like, it's free. And I'm like, yeah, but like it can't be free because you gotta be able to charge people for, maintenance and all this type of shit. And he's like, nah, it's free. I'm like, I don't pay nothing on that bitch. I get on that bitch all the time. I'm like, what? I'm just telling you.
Wait, what's free? The subway? Or
In DC.
what? Well, if they're approved with special programs or just everyone?
No, he said certain stops in DC, I think. I mean, I wonder why that is, Jules. Maybe they're already doing this and they're just like, it's no way of winning against these people. And we don't want to lock them up either, so it's free.
Fascinating.
It's free. But who pays for this?
The people.
There you go.
Flaws weren't happy to see our cameras.
Excuse me, sir. Did you just pay your fare?
Hey, get out my face, bro.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. This is on camera.
Of all the places we
Yo,
Don't touch me. It's on camera.
don't touch me. It's on camera. She puts the mic in his face.
Worst problem was here at the crossroads of the world, New York Times Square. It's an epidemic. Look, In just 2 hours, we counted 84 fare evaders, close to 1 per minute. Watch as this young woman strolls through carrying her coffee. Why did you do that?
Because I left my card at home.
Others get
She lying. She lying
Because I left my card at home.
with a coffee, a Starbucks coffee in her hand. God, man. God. She can't even lie straight, man. That's crazy.
Gave us plenty of excuses.
If I had the money, I definitely would pay.
I'm in a rush. The doors be unlocked, so.
I was about to miss the train.
This woman simply said she didn't care.
So what are you going to do about it?
We're reporting it.
Are you going to arrest me? Are you going to give me a ticket?
We don't do
So
that.
what are you going to do?
I'm trying to tell you, man. What you gonna do? Nothing.
Well, if a cop does catch you not paying your fare in New York City, the charge could be up to $100.
Yeah, it could be, but they don't.
Ooh, a whole $100.
Yeah, but they don't enforce it, Jules. They don't enforce it.
But even if they did, it's $100. Like,
I mean, dude. Yeah, it's $100 and a waste of time, right? So that alone will give you a headache and kind of give you a little bit of stress, right? That you don't want. So the next time you go in the train station, if they actually were to implement this, right, and actually do it, then you would think about it. You'd be like, fuck, I'd rather just pay the $4 and having to pay $100 again and be in court.
well, yeah, no, I totally
They don't do
get
that.
But especially though, especially if you're broke, or you just you lost your job or whatever, save money wherever you can. So I'm not trying to cap on anybody if you can't afford $100, but shit, $4. I'm with you. $4 is better than $100. Figure it out.
Man.
Commuters not paying their fare is a growing problem across the country, but nowhere is it worse than here in New York. It's estimated almost half of all riders don't pay, resulting in $1 billion in lost revenue. Now, new measures are being tested out to stop fare beaters, but are they working? Here's Ann Mercogliano.
New measurements, Jules. New measurements, Jules.
Ooh, what's new that they can do, I wonder?
Oh, they put new machines now with fancy doors that, it'll be apparently harder for people to go through. But these machines cost money, Jules. So where the hell you think they got that money from, Jules? If they're always in the red.
The people via the public coffers, of course.
There you go. And that's what pisses me off about all this shit. It's like, damn. So you're doing all these measurements instead of just having police there and locking these people up, because that would be the best thing to do so they could stop. But no, you don't want to do that. Instead, you want to charge people like me and you and your man and stuff money to fund this type of shit. This behavior. You understand? I'm not with that.
Yeah, no, me neither. I'm just tired of stupid people, basically. That's what it all boils down to. And why are stupid people putting this shit out for the masses? How come they get airplay?
Can anything stop them? They climb over. They even slide below.
Yo.
Flagrant fare evaders are everywhere on the New York City subway, despite authorities installing an arsenal of new devices to combat the problem.
Many of the old turnstile bars are getting a makeover with the installation of these paddles to prevent fare dodgers from jumping over. And these new plastic door gates seem to be impenetrable. So, are they? Apparently not. One after the other at this station near Times Square, the paddles didn't seem to stop these fare jumpers. This woman crawls right underneath.
With Inside Edition, you didn't pay your fare, right?
Oh, no.
And those plastic door gates? We watched as these fare evaders outsmarted the gates. Their trick? The first guy pays the fare while the two behind slide past before the gates close. No. But at least they got kicked out by cops. These subway riders are already making a mockery.
You see, they got kicked off by cops. They got kicked out by cops. Wow. Wow, what a punishment.
Imagine.
Of the plastic gates by filming fare-beating hacks and posting them online. Danny Fisher even put on what he calls the Fare Evasion Olympics to show the ineffectiveness of the new plastic gates.
We're here for New York City's very first Fare Evasion Olympics.
In this event, these contestants scale the gates.
It's like clearly not that much more effective than, you know, whatever the other turnstiles were.
This crew is taking fare evasion to the extreme. One by one, they all crawl beneath these gates on their stomachs. And to avoid paying, this guy throws his jacket over the gate sensors to prevent the doors from closing. And just like that, they all file through. Why do you not pay the fare on the New York City subway?
Okay, so sometimes I don't pay the fare because they're upping the price on the fare. Right now it's up to $3, but there's a lot of bad things that's happening on the train, like as far as the service, the times when the train comes, there's a lot of like homeless people on the trains sleeping, people are getting hurt.
To top it off, he grabbed a pink scooter, slid right underneath, and off he goes.
In response to the viral subway stunts, a spokesperson for
How does he do it? Oh my God. Can I get your number afterwards? We can talk. Give me that BBC.
New York subway system said, as in part, they're not concerned with the opinions of minor league trolls who steal rides from New Yorkers for internet attention.
Yeah, the subway's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke, Jules. It's a joke. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's a joke, man. Like, I don't take the subway, but it's like, fuck, man. Check this out. Check this out.
Wait, though.
Go ahead.
They want to pretend like people aren't getting assaulted, raped, or murdered on the subway. Wherever it is in the nation. I don't care whether it's New York or LA, SF, wherever. That shit's happening. And now, like, because they're putting this shit out, right? And it in the world, in the minds of normies or whatever we want to call people that aren't awake or whatever, to them, it's just gonna help desensitize them to real shit that actually matters.
But don't you think that, look, you see what he said? He's like, they don't pay attention to all the shit that happens in the subway and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, yeah, but you're not paying the fare. It's not helping the cause either.
Yeah, that's true. But
just saying, because you how to explain this? You're tolerating a behavior, bro. And then sooner or later, that behavior goes from one behavior to another behavior to another behavior. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that robbing a train station is going to lead you to killing somebody, but who's to say that these people that, in New York is a big city. You don't know everybody and anybody.
Mm-mm.
So, I don't know, man. This shit is just weird to me. Like, look at this shit, dude. Look at this.
Okay.
Stop fare evaders. They just added these pointy panels onto the gate. And the idea is that it's supposed to hurt the people that try to jump over. But I think they forgot to address that you can still slip through the middle or just crawl under.
If you go you can just go like that and you can go under.
Yeah.
That's crazy. MTA will be installing even more barriers in 100 additional stations.
There are no cops down here. Maybe having a couple more cops down here could help people not get pushed on the tracks instead of spending millions of dollars on just throwing gates on.
I don't know if that'll work.
I've been here for 20 minutes and I've already seen two people just easily crawl right under the gate. You think these aggressive looking pointy panels are going to save the MTA?
Nope. But you got to understand why they do it. These are the same people that will give you a problem and try to give you a solution. The Democrats.
Word.
Yep. Those people are nuts, bro. I'm telling you, dude. Like, I had it up to here. I had it up to here, dude. Like with liberals, bro. They're like the dumbest set of people in the world, bro. They don't have no simple understanding of the world, dude. It's crazy. And these people all go to college, read 100 books, and they don't comprehend shit. You would think that reading all those books and going to college, you could have a simple comprehension. You know what I mean? They think that a cat could be a dog, Jules.
Yeah, honestly, the only way that I can um deal with that whole thing is to look at it as a science experiment, or a social or psychological experiment where I'm observing the mentality of these people and their tactics or whatever, because it's just insane. It's insane.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
all
they're
insane.
nuts. They're nuts.
The MBTA is now expanding their fare gates to South Station. They say it'll make the payment process more efficient and will ensure the commuters actually pay for their ride.
Now, this is just the latest effort on the T's part to retain millions of dollars lost to fare evasion, as WBZ's Aaron Parsegian explains.
For 3 years now, this has been the status quo for commuter rail riders at Boston's North Station. Before you head on the train and when you leave the station, you got to tap.
I don't think they're easy to navigate because what if there's no worker standing there at the moment? I have to go and I have to depend on a worker to come and open the gate for me. So I think it's unreliable.
It's been an adjustment for riders since the MBTA installed electronic gates to improve fare collection and cut down on fare evaders that have cost the agency tens of millions of dollars through the years.
There's good and bad with them, but I do understand that the government has to make their money.
Now the MBTA is set to bring fare gates to their largest station. Construction will begin at South Station next week.
I think it's going to make things more efficient versus going and scanning everyone's badge on the train. So that way, people can check their tickets right away.
The MBTA says their goal is efficiency and to make fare collection more consistent in the city. 40 fare gates will be installed and operational by winter with minimal impacts to commuter rail service.
This is like a mixed thing. Like, I think it might be more convenient depending on what scenario it is.
Next month, the MBTA will continue cracking down on fare hoppers in other ways, with staffers set to issue warnings and eventually citations. In Boston, Aaron Parsegian, WBZ News.
Ooh, a warning. I'm scared. I'm scared of a warning, a citation. Ooh. Man, you serious? Need to start locking these people up, bro. Believe it or not, man. Like, make them go to court. Give them a headache. Even if you're not gonna, even if it's not something that goes in your record, but make these people waste their fucking time so they can stop doing this type of shit. Like, there has to be a consequence, and if there isn't, and you guys just keep slapping these people in the hand, they're gonna keep doing it. You're gonna keep losing billions of dollars. But you can make billions.
Well, yeah, but do you think, look, some people don't even learn from consequences. So where do you think that is on the whole gauge?
Well, then they're gonna have to learn the hard way. Then you never heard that phrase. If you keep doing it,
I've prayed that people got that
locked
shit.
Locked up until the point where you're just like, fuck. Damn, man, what am I doing? You know what I mean? And if he likes to be locked up, I guess, then fine. Fuck it. But I'm pretty sure we could change at least 25 or 30% of these people. But just giving them a slap in the wrist, like, that's not going to help any of us. It's like that Chow guy, man. Like, God knows how many times. I'm not saying that he's right to chase that black kid and shoot him behind and whatever. No, it's not cool. But what I am saying is, what drove that man to do that? Give me 1 second. Yeah, what drove that man to do the unthinkable? You understand? Like, It's probably years of him having that store and losing money because of these people just going in there and stealing, bro. Until one point, he's just like, man, fuck this shit. I had enough.
Yeah, you crashed out, man.
Yeah, man. And I'm not saying
Instead
it's
of thinking
right.
that's bullshit. I'm
I'm
not
not
saying
saying
it's
it's
right, but
right,
I'm not saying it's wrong either because, like, look, if somebody or people fuck with you so many times and you were patient, you were forgiving, you were patient,
the
patient,
police
patient.
never does anything.
Yeah, then I get it. I'm not
Right,
like
come
I
on.
said, like you said, I'm not saying it's right, but I fucking get it. Like, if you go through 5-6 times of shit, the police don't fucking help you, the law doesn't help you. Yeah, I'm gonna fucking crash out too. Fuck it.
Man, what they need to do with the subway, I guarantee you this will fix shit immediately. They need to basically, I don't know, write some type of permission or some shit where like the government gives it to a private entity or something. You know what I mean? Because once it's private, oh, trust me, they're gonna get every dollar. You feel me? And probably make the product way better too. But every time the
Oh yeah.
government touches anything, it's just shit.
Mm-hmm.
Just being realistic here.
Mm-hmm. That's why I don't want the government on the weed, bro.
Yo, same. Same. I mean, we
Yeah.
talked about that shit the other day, man. Who knows if they're spraying shit already? I
I
wouldn't
think they
doubt it.
are. Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I have to
You
quit
know?
smoking weed. Yeah.
Shit. You don't have to kill me.
Commute through South Station, give yourself extra time tomorrow because the new fare gates will be up and running for the commuter rail and for Amtrak passengers. Aaron Parsegian shows us what to expect.
With these fare gates, the MBTA hopes to accomplish two things: crack down on fare evaders and also boost efficiency. Crews at South Station doing final tests on newly installed fare gates. Commuter rail and Amtrak riders will begin going through Tuesday. Passengers will now need to tap or scan their ticket to enter or exit the track area. It's the same system adopted in Boston's North Station 3 years ago, and one the MBTA believes will improve fare collection and cut down on evaders that have cost the agency tens of millions of dollars through the years.
A, that causes higher costs for us. And B, I just see the conductors on the trains who are running around.
Victor Bogachev rides the commuter rail several times a week and thinks the gates are a welcome addition.
So hopefully it's will benefit everybody, but I like it. I think every other modern kind of transit system has something like this.
But other passengers at one of the busiest travel hubs in the Northeast worry about potential hangups.
Sometimes I get out a little bit late and I have to run onto the train before I have a ticket ready. So it could make me miss the train is what I foresee.
A mad dash with
Bitch, get ready for work sooner. Like, seriously. Like, that's not their fucking fault. You know what the fuck time the train leaves. Get ready. Leave 10 minutes earlier. Boom.
Jules, my wife used to have to buy this pass, and you buy this pass on your phone. So you have all the time in the world while you at work before you get on the train or anytime you take a break to do that. Or you could do it a day. You could do it 2 days ahead. You could do it 3 days ahead. Like they have made it simple for you to do it at the time that you want. But if you don't, like that's not an excuse.
Yeah.
It's really not.
Not.
That could be hindered by scanning in.
Sometimes this whole platform is so full that you can't, it's hard to even get by. I don't agree with it, but I mean, it is what it is. We have to do what we got to do, right?
And this will be a gradual rollout beginning Tuesday. Eventually, there will be 40 of these fare gates operational here at South Station. I'm Aaron Parsegian, WBZ News.
Yeah, when my wife took the train and she was telling me about that, she's like, yeah, the lines are massive. Like, you got to get there earlier. I'm like, yeah, man. But look, people like you that pay into the system, do it the right way, and still have to pay the consequence because of everybody else. Like, it's just ridiculous. This is what America has come.
Yeah,
where
there
we
should
allow
be
a
a
certain few to-
person discount and a good person card.
You know what I mean?
where
Like,
you
I don't know, but that's what it seems like to me, Jules. Like, we come a country where we allow the certain few to do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah, that's not the ones that deserve it, apparently. You know, because if you're gonna let anyone do whatever the fuck they want, they should at least be like upstanding, good people who wouldn't fuck around anyway. That's the thing.
Yeah. So it crumbles. And then now they wanna have these special passes now for the World Cup because I think there's some of the games that are going on here in Foxborough, I believe. So they have an $80 pass for the month of you can travel as wherever you want, but it's $80, bro. That's like double the price of like a normal pass. So they're gonna make bank off of that.
Oh yeah, all over because so they have it near you. They have stuff over here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like certain places in the US.
everywhere. You know, like they're gonna be making bank everywhere, and even like some of the places are just like satellite things that are like sidebar things that aren't really like. There's not going to be any World Cup event actually there. They're just little side events, and they're still filling like arenas for that shit. It's crazy. I can't believe it.
All right, I want to get into
Money they're
this
making.
story. I was gonna get into another story, but I'm not because this is a touchy subject and people feel some type of way. We're just
Oh,
not
do it.
do
Just
it.
do it.
All right, cool. Because that was the next story. So let me look it up. Shout out to Greg Foreman. This is great. This was great right here, man. Um, damn, man. Like this is going. Ooh. Uh, yeah, like I was trying to tell my wife about this, but I know she felt some type of way because when she stays quiet, she usually has an opinion that I'm not gonna like, so she'd just rather not tell me.
Aw, isn't she sweet?
Yeah, but at the same time, it's annoying too because it's like, fuck, man. I want to know, like, if you're crazy or not. You know what I mean? What up, man? What up,
Yeah,
Angel?
yeah. Thank you.
Yo, so check this out.
So
Oh
sweet.
man, this is crazy right here. I gotta get a joint. I already seen this, so I'll let it play for a bit.
Fact. Periods. Really? Yes. You get a period? Yes. I get monthly cycles.
Pride Month starts on Monday, and Boston is getting ready to celebrate with a trans pride period event at the Boston Public Library focused on the experiences of trans menstruators. The city library is also planning 19 drag queen story hours next month, with most events geared towards kids 5 and under. One of the scheduled performers described what happens at these events a few years ago.
Right. I mean, the power of drag is that you can be anything you want to be. You can express yourself. There's drag performers that look all kinds of different crazy fun ways. And we think in my community that that's a great thing to show kids, that it shows kids that they can choose their own
Great
destiny. What let's say gay is about is saying that is like,
go ahead.
Oh no, I thought you were gone, so I was just talking over it. No, it's a great thing to show kids. What the fuck? What do you do? Why? What
Yeah,
are you doing?
girl. What are you talking about, sweetie?
Let me
You gotta
show your
show
son
baby
how to
boys
lipstick.
how to play with
Get
their
the
baby
fuck off.
toys.
No.
Yes. Yes, girl. Yes. You go. Show me your little wee wee. It's like, come on,
Okay,
dude.
play the video.
Come on. Come on, man. Come on. Ah.
it's okay to talk about these issues with kids. That's not something that's going to harm them.
What? Oh, come on,
These
man. Like,
groomers, man. He's a
why not teach them
groomer.
how to like code or something, Jules, or like I don't know, do apps and shit,
Or algebra.
editing. I don't
Yeah,
fucking know anything but this shit.
Calculus. Let's go.
God.
My goodness. It's not harming.
All
It's
right,
not damaging anyone. My goodness.
Yeah, these people are nuts, Jules. They're nuts.
Let's start with you.
Oh, it's gonna get better. It's gonna get better. Oh wait.
Joey. So this gender insanity cost the Democrats the 2024 election. The most effective ad in the last campaign was the closing ad where it said, "She's for they, them, Trump's for you," right? Why are the Democrats so obsessed with this issue and bringing this up, even though it's such a political loser for them?
Yeah, I do not understand this. I'm trying to say that men menstruate because they dress as women. That I don't understand. I really don't even have a rebuttal for it because I hope I don't need one. But if we're going to go back to like the trans issue, the drag queen issue, there have probably been drag shows since the beginning of time. People, are in the back alleys of Rome doing.
So we got to talk about the Democrat clown show that just never seems to end. Okay, in fact, it seems to get worse. As you guys saw at the beginning of this video, Democrats are openly promoting trans period pride, right? There's some type of event, celebration, and woke Boston mayor, she
That's my mayor.
promoted the event, right? She promoted the event. And I think that is just another signal of just how far gone the Democrat Party is. And that is why she is getting backlash for promoting this event, right? She's offending women, right? By promoting this event.
As a biological woman who also lives very close to Massachusetts, please stop saying that you guys just want to be treated like everybody else, because we don't do this. Okay. You guys are trying to preach equality, saying like, oh, trans people are just like, we don't do this. Biological women, cisgender, whatever you want to call us, we don't do this. We go ahead, we buy our pads, we buy our products, and we move about our day just like everybody else. We don't need to bring awareness to menstruating. Seriously.
Look, menstruating. Jesus Christ.
That's
Oh.
true. Oh my God.
This girl right here, this one right here, she's about to drop some gems right here, yo. Oh my God, I agree with everything this bitch is about to say. Check this out, because like she does get the jewels, man. She get the jewels sound. She about to drop some knowledge right now. Check this out.
Y'all know I don't normally get into the trans conversation, okay? But when I woke up and I saw this morning, it actually pissed me off. And it should piss off every single fucking woman. The Boston Public Library apparently is having a trans period pride event where they are having a discussion on menstrual equity. What the fuck is menstrual equity? Oh, and don't forget, there's a catered dinner and free.
What the fuck is menstrual equity is right? Yo, chat.
And
Nate,
then
what is that?
Extra the fuck is that it's men pretending to be women that want
Outpowering women
for
in women
fuck's
positions.
sake.
Isn't that something, Jules?
Fuck out.
All these years, women complaining about this, wanting that, this and that. And all of a sudden, all you got to do is put a wig on.
Put a wig on and put some Kool-Aid in your underwear.
It's fascinating to me. Put some Kool-Aid in your... Oh, tropical punch. Tropical punch.
The reddest.
Oh, shit. You're an idiot. That was a good one.
Thank you.
Free period underwear provided to all attendees, as if women haven't been asking for free period products for decades. When are y'all going to understand that this entire trans movement is rooted in misogyny? Okay, it is all about
boom. Boom. And I've been saying this for the longest, bro. I've been saying this for the longest, Jules. And y'all don't even realize it, man. Y'all don't realize it, bro. Like, this is women. This is men outpowering women, dude. And as women now. You understand? Not as men. Because that's not a thing. You understand? Because it is, realistically, it is, but, like, we don't do that now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now these women, now these men want to be women to outpower y'all. Yo, bro. How you feel about that, for real? Like, as a woman, go ahead.
They can fuck the fuck off. They can step off, and then they can step off some more until they fall into the street, is how I feel about it. Because I've had children. They can't have children. They've never had children. They've never had a real period. They're not going to go through menopause. They're not going to go through all of the hormonal fucking bullshit that we have to go through. And which I'm not saying having a child isn't beautiful, okay? Having babies is great. But you're just not going to do it. It's not going to happen.
It's beautiful because you have a child, but it is disgusting. Just saying.
That's life. That's life.
just being real with you.
Well,
but yeah, but they're gonna tell you, Jules. They're gonna say you're wrong though. Like, why can't I be a woman?
because you can't make babies. Can you make a baby? Can you make
Yeah,
a
but
baby?
then they're gonna make the argument. Well, there's women that they can't have babies. So what'd you say about them?
So,
That they're not women.
well, that's unfortunate. No, they actually. Okay, look. Let me.
Dude, I'm not trying to. Listen, I'm not trying to. Push your buttons here.
Let's go. No,
I'm living in the mindset of them right now, right? And that's why I'm telling you these things.
So
this is what
if
they would say.
If they take your blood and they do a little DNA test or
Mhm.
whatever, they're gonna see that you have XX chromosomes or XY. That's the
At that
fuck
point,
what
when
it
you
is.
have the XY, you a dude, bro.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So there's no denying. And not only that, like, you want to know when they say all these things, right? You want to know what I tell them? I say, hey, you and I die. We get buried. They 100 years comes by. They bury they they dig us up, right? They check the bones out. Then they check the waistline. You think they're not gonna know if it was a male skull or a female skull by that? Then you're an idiot. Because this is how we know when we find these mummies and shit. It's like, oh, this is a female. This is a male. Like, come on, man. Like these people, man. I swear to God, dude.
Yeah.
Prioritizing
I mean, if they
the
can
opinion.
get their DNA out of them, they can tell by their DNA. I don't know if they can tell by their skulls. They might be able to.
No,
but I know
by
for
their
sure-
waistline, because women have
Yeah, by their hips. They actually,
the
I know
hips,
for
the
sure they
hips.
could tell by the hips.
Yeah, by the hips.
Because men just go to the V and then women do the curvy. Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
Okay, continue.
God made us that way because women carry babies and shit. That's why.
Yeah.
If you guys had our structure, it'd be difficult to pop a baby, man. I think you guys would have to just die. Because we would just have to open you up and then
Yeah, that's
it.
what I was thinking. We die.
It's like,
We
oh
just
damn,
die.
that's fucked up. It's like the
Mhm.
ultimate sacrifice. That's real love right there.
Like the Black Widow.
That's
we
real
don't
love right there.
unless you had twins.
That shit crazy. I don't think I can do that. That's fucked up.
Entire trans movement is rooted in misogyny, okay? It is all about prioritizing the opinions and feelings of men. Because every time we have this conversation, all I hear is man.
Mhm.
Why is it that we only have to have these conversations when it's a man transitioning to a woman
Bam.
and not a woman transitioning to a man? You don't have to have this conversation when it comes to a woman transitioning to a
Nope.
man, because you don't see a woman transition to a man and then insist that she needs to be able to play football
Yep.
because she knows that that's not her place. When it comes to men transitioning to women, all of a sudden,
I mean, unless she wants to be concussed in the first snap, that's up to her. But yeah,
That's nice.
rip her fucking head off and shit in the field, bro. We're talking about 300-pound men here, man, muscle and shit. Oh no, she know her place.
we have to give them free period products for a period that they don't have. And we have to let them into our locker rooms, even though they haven't fully transitioned. And we have to see all of the male body parts
Yo,
in
for
our
real.
locker rooms. You know why that's
That's easy and
happening?
shit.
Because men would never put up with that shit. Women will, because we are naturally wired to protect the status quo.
So I'm sure many of you have seen this event going on at the Boston Public Library.
Yeah, Boston making a mockery out of itself as always.
Pride event for trans people where they're giving out free period underwear to all attendees, not people that menstruate, not women that menstruate, all attendees of this trans pride period event. So there's this thing called period poverty, which affects women across the globe. This is
Now that Nate is good. Now that Nate is good, right? Nate, it might have not been them stones, bro. You might have had cramps, bro. You were probably menstruating, man. You were you were probably
No,
menstruating.
no. No.
You were probably,
Real
you
quick.
were probably menstruating, Nate.
I don't think he thinks it's funny. Okay,
No,
but look,
I
real
know
quick.
he don't. I know he doesn't.
No, when they're talking about Boston, okay, we need to remember
I need a
that we had
pad.
the Boston Tea Party, that we revolted over what was it, 2.5% or 3% stamp tax on tea. It was some bullshit that we revolted on, and today we are all taxed at more than 30%, closer to 40%. I just wanted to remind everybody of that. She had to bring up Boston and this stupid bullshit, so I had to point out something that mattered from Boston history.
Oh, and this thing is about to take place in the 17th of June, so it hasn't taken place yet. Um, damn, yo, you think? Oh, is this okay? This is an event. It's not like a parade thing because I couldn't do the parade, but I could do like the event from the outside and see and get people's opinion and shit. But yeah, that would be great content. Oh, you hear? You hear? See what people's opinion
Oh
just
yeah, I was
walking by the
laughing.
library. It's like, yo, you think that men can have periods? Oh shit, man! And if girls agree, swear to God, Jules, if girls agree, oh, dude, I'm gonna be like, oh, well, I'm having cramps right now. Can you spare one?
Yeah.
That would be hilarious. They'll get pissed off at me. Like,
That would be great.
oh, that's
Or
that
you
would,
handing them out.
it would be great. Oh, me handing them out to men?
Yeah.
Oh, Jules. See, this is why you're the best. Oh,
Do
yo,
it, bro.
for real. On what day is this? On the 17th? Oh, I should do this. That would be
Oh,
fucking
please.
hilarious.
Take videos.
Oh, real IRL content, Latino in downtown, giving men tampons and shit. Hell yeah. Fuck yeah. That would be fucking hilarious. I asked the dudes, right? I asked the dudes, right? Because there's so many woke dudes in Boston. I'll be like, yo, so do you think that men can menstruate? And then if they say yeah, it's like, oh, well, it shouldn't be a problem if they want pads or whatever. Blah, 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 blah. So I'm like, so you think that men can menstruate? It's like, well, yeah. I'm like, well, you know what? I'm glad that you said that because I'm here today to give men the products that they need. So here's a pad.
And you know what? You could buy always, and then you could write on the side of the whatever, always a douche or always or whatever the fuck you want to call
Always a dude.
Yeah.
Always a dude. Oh, it's funny, yo. Oh man. Oh, I can see it now, dude. Damn, I'm gonna see if I can call one of my friends to come and do this shit with me. But this shit would be nice.
Hygiene products due to financial reasons, social stigma, and supply issues. So women in like war-torn countries in Gaza and other countries in Africa have a lack of accessibility to period products, as well as women in America.
Yeah, but you should have just started with women in America because at the end of the day, that's not our problem outside this country, bro. To be honest with you, I'm sick and tired of you people always mentioning outside problems when it's not about America.
Yeah, act locally, think globally. You can think about people across the globe, but just act locally for now. Let's start small.
Yeah,
and
because you
work
can't
our way
expect
up.
our government to go out there and like, come on, what kind of shit is this? Like, fuck that. If you're worried about that
Yeah.
shit, then you go and take that trip and help them, or shut the fuck up.
Exactly.
You feel me? Shit.
There's the pink tax, where feminine hygiene products are at a premium cost. I don't know how many of you guys have bought pads lately, but they're expensive. They're not cheap. So to see an event where they're giving out period panties for people who do not menstruate is absolutely insane. It is insane. And time again, we're bulldozed with the narrative that trans women just want to be normal. Trans women just want to be treated as normal. This is not normal. This is not normal by any means. I see trans women discussing menstruation more than I see trans men on the internet. Is that normal? So while millions of women globally and even in the West face period poverty, we are instead putting up events to give people that don't menstruate access to these products that millions of women don't have.
Yeah. See, I find this dynamic so fascinating, right? And the upset the Democrats for promoting this event because it's too woke, right? It's too woke for them because, you know, there's clear conflict, right, between the far left ideology when it comes to LGBTQ and when it comes to feminism, right? Especially when you talk about trans women, right? So you have this event that Democrats are promoting where they're giving out period underwear, right, and free period products to people who don't have periods, right? And the women who actually do have periods are upset because they're like, hey, you know, we deserve the free products, right? We've been trying to get the free period products and stuff, and you're giving them out to people who, you know, don't actually have periods, okay? It's quite offensive. So again, a complete and total clown show, to be honest with you. Okay. But, you know, when Democrats occasionally figure out what a woman is, they still find ways to be cringe, right? Like, for example, you have Democrat lawmakers like Rashida Tlaib holding a press conference on how much their periods hurt. And how it is economic violence when their employers
I gotta stop. I gotta
don't
stop it
pay.
here. This is where it's gonna get this is where I'm going to ruffle some feathers. So are you ready for this?
Yep.
All right.
Women to stay home and work when they're on their period. So without further ado, let's listen to these women boohoo, whine, and cry about how tough it is to be a woman in the work.
I run a podcast solo. No producer.
And before he goes in, I'm going to go in. Quite frankly, I'm going to be that guy to say, I don't give a shit. Oh, you fucked up. You got daughters. You got a mother. You got a grandmother. Yeah, you got a son. You got a father. You got a grandfather too. Boo-hoo. I don't want to hear that shit. But I'm going to tell you something. Y'all know what happens to your bodies, right? So this is the thing. And I'm not taking anything away. And I'm not saying that shit, I don't know how it feels or anything like that. But to sit here and like... I agree with some of these women that do complain because, you know, the shrooms are getting certain things. Yes, I agree on that point. But at the same time, what this woman is asking for over here is ridiculous. This bitch is basically saying that women should get, aside from PTO days, 2 days out of the month when, you know, they have that strong pain where they can still get paid for not going into work, just for having a period. But the thing I have to disagree with that is that y'all the ones that started marching in the 1930s to actually join the workforce. So you knew this shit. So now don't complain about it. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, whoa.
Like, I don't want to hear that shit.
No.
It's insulting.
Look, those bitches were brainwashed and conned into wanting that, into marching for that, by a Soros-like organization. I am absolutely sure that women back then would have preferred to stay home with their children, raising their children, than having to go out to work. The only reason a woman wants to go to work when she has a man is if she wants to get the fuck away from that man, make enough money, get the fuck away from him. Okay? Have her own money. That's the only reason. Yep. Facts.
Well, my woman makes more money than me. I don't really see it that way because everywhere she
Well,
goes.
look, no, because you have a good relationship. I'm just saying, in a shitty relationship. No, you have a good relationship. In a shitty relationship, When a woman is like, you're depending on that man's your whole life because you can't fucking do shit without him, right? I'm saying
most of these women are
only
not even,
when
have
it's
a
a
man.
really bad relationship is the woman really want to make her own money.
Yeah, but
That's
most
what
of
I'm
these
saying.
women don't have a man. Most of these women are libtard bitches that gone to college, got good careers, good jobs, and
Yeah,
you're
but
complaining
wait,
about.
Latino, I'm talking about the people back in the 60s when all this shit started.
Oh, okay.
Where you started from.
Yeah,
You know? Yeah. Back then, no, they would just rather have a good relationship and a good marriage and a good husband that would take care of them. Women didn't want to have to do that. Like, some of this was socially engineered is what I'm saying. And I'm also saying that a lot of women, yes, there was a push, there was this movement or whatever, but plenty of women didn't necessarily want to have to choose that.
That's
though it happened.
that's understood. But the whole thing is, you already knew your body, so you knowing that, right? It's like the last chick explained. She said the shit is so expensive, for a woman, because of the pink tax or whatever, right? And all I'm saying is, she at least knows this, and her argument was, damn, it's so expensive that it's hard for certain women to afford these things, right? That they're giving them away to the shrooms, bro. Like, do you get what I'm saying? They're giving them away to the shrooms, bro. What up, Nunzio? They're giving them away to the shrooms, bro. But they wouldn't give them away to chicks. You know what I mean? The women are the ones that need it. Because what are the dudes gonna do? Put Kool-Aid on it, like you said?
Play pretend, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Like, what, they're gonna get one of those electric shock machines, and they're gonna go, "Oh my God, it's my time of the month. Let me shock myself." Like, I feel like I'm getting cramps. What kind of shit is this? Like, what are we doing?
Crazy. Yo, if men were supposed to have periods, they'd be having periods. You know what I'm saying?
Facts, man. Preach.
Like, you're not supposed to put that shit on your body. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Crazy.
Man, motherfuckers is nuts, bro. Like, talking about that, man, menstrual. Like, what? Come on, man. Like, bro. Oh, man, these people are just fucking weird, bro. But let's go back to what this guy has to say, or what this chick is going to say about, women getting paid for having their periods.
Today, we are here to talk about women's pain and how long it's been overlooked. In the summer of 2015, while starting my career in New York City, I woke up on the floor of my local bodega, drenched in sweat, being dragged into an ambulance.
She said she woke up at the bodega. Bitch, you live at the bodega? The fuck? Did you not hear that, or am I tripping?
I did know I heard it. I'm like, what's happening?
Like, yo.
In the summer of 2015, while starting my career in New York City, I woke up on the floor of my local bodega, drenched in sweat, being dragged into an ambulance. Two male paramedics hovered.
Wait, hold on now. Where's Sarah McBride? Right? Where's Sarah McBride? Right? So why is period problems, right? Not out here talking about the period problems, right? It makes you wonder, right? It makes you wonder.
Over me and continued to ask me if I was pregnant. I had passed out from period pain. Even now, every month, I have days where it feels like barbed wire is tightening inside me. I've taken 2,000 milligrams of ibuprofen in 24 hours and still been in tears from the pain. Often end up on the bathroom floor in the fetal position, crying, moaning, or vomiting. Still, I've put on a blazer and gone to work. I've sat in committee hearings, nauseous from the pain, quietly breathing to make my way through it. I've given speeches at rallies and run town halls while my body was in full revolt. I smiled for photos while silently wondering if I might faint right then and there.
Okay. So what you want, a cookie? you want a trophy, right?
Real,
like she's saying this as if like she should be rewarded. She should be rewarded for doing what most people tend to do, right? When you got a job, okay, you care about your job and you want to keep your job, right? You work through the pain, right? And that's what you have sick days for. You have sick days for Stuff like this, right?
That's what I'm saying.
If it's really that bad. But I mean, you know, hey, I don't have periods. So I don't know. I don't know what it's like to have a period. But I can tell you guys, I have worked through being.
Yeah, I don't want to hear
right?
this because
Right. And it's worse, right? Worse. Okay.
You talking about work being on social media, which I really don't see as much work, but okay.
I get it. I kind of agree to a certain extent in regards to, you know, what physically needs to be done. But at the same time, it certainly wasn't easy, okay, to work through it. In fact, when I was in corporate America, I used to get what they call cluster headaches. And I haven't had one of these in probably 4 or 5 years. Thank God I have not had one, because I'm telling you, these are some of the most debilitating headaches that you can possibly imagine. It's hard for me to describe, but it's basically like somebody sticking an ice pick in your head behind your eye. And the pain is sharp, it is hot, and you don't want to do anything. Like, you can't do anything but simply just take it, right? And, you know, regular, normal migraine medication does not work. You got to go to the doctor and get, you know, a special, you know, medication every few years, right? In the springtime, in particular. I've worked so pain, right? And, you know, right? But actually do easier to time instead of with a, you know, right? And I'm so painful for you.
Hungry
Jesus
Root
Christ,
makes
this
sticking
guy.
to my anti-inflammatory diet so easy. I just started an anti-inflammatory diet, and at
Just
first
play
I
the
was
damn
nervous.
video. Then.
In fact, about 15% of women have period pain so debilitating that it disrupts work or school. That is no small number, and yet we are told to suck it up. It's why during Women's History Month, I've introduced legislation to give workers up to 12 days of paid leave a year for reproductive health. This would cover period pain, yes, but also menopause symptoms, IVF, miscarriages, endometriosis flare-ups, and more.
I'm here to speak to the thousands of women in Southern Arizona who are tired of being ignored. They are tired of having their pain minimized. They are tired of a healthcare system that treats women's bodies like an afterthought, forcing a worker to choose between paying her rent or losing a day pay to recover from a grueling gynecological procedure is not a choice. It's an economic violence. We are done being gaslit in the exam room. Health is not a luxury, and our pain is not an inconvenience. It is time to pass healthcare agenda that truly sees us, respects us, and protects us. It's time to acknowledge our country's history of systemic injustice in women's healthcare and needs. We're sick and tired of women having to be expected to say "suck it up" or still perform at the highest level. They are expected to show up to work despite.
I mean, do you want equal rights or what? Like, what's going on here? Women can
There you go.
do anything a man can do, right? What? Now all of a sudden, we expecting women to, you know, perform right as well as a man or anybody else is, you know, that's unfair, right? It's amazing how that works. It's almost as if men and women aren't the same, right?
Well, right. Look,
Incredibly
you know what?
painful,
Look.
period.
Wait, please. Okay, look. I don't want equal rights. I want women's rights. Look, I don't think if you're pregnant, you should be home. Your man should be taking care of you, and he should be getting ready to take care of you and that baby so that you could be a good mom, teach that child, whatever. You shouldn't even be out in the workplace. Number two. So I think all of this is bullshit up until the point if you, because I've had periods, I've had children, but I've also started going through like the beginning phases of menopause, and these fucking hot flashes, you guys, these are not fucking no joke. And the back of my head gets hot. And when I looked it up, it said that you have a 20% increased risk of having a stroke if that's where your hot flashes happen, because they happen different places for different people. I'm like, holy fuck. So, you know, like I have ice packs ready. I sleep with like cold, wet washcloths on my head at night. Like, it's ridiculous. So no, I think none of that should be happening until you're like starting to go through menopause and shit. And I don't think you should even be working, and that shouldn't even be an issue. Like I said,
No,
because
but
you
they
should have a
want to
man
get
taking
paid
care of you. You
for
shouldn't be
having.
in the workplace.
They want to
No,
get paid for
no.
having these issues.
No.
You understand?
It's a
It's like, that's
privilege to
kinda
be a
crazy.
mother. It's a blessing to be a mother. No, you don't get to act like everything's a fucking trauma.
You know what I mean? It's like
Mm-hmm.
my wife got what, almost 6 months leave.
Well, that's great because you should get to bond with your baby. That's what I'm saying. When you're pregnant, you have a baby, like it is
I mean, she
so
got 3, but she
hard.
had 3, you know.
It's so hard to
Take.
go back to work though. Like and to keep nursing the baby, like it's better if you can nurse the baby longer. You know what I mean? All that stuff. It just sucks, man. And then you have to like you're not breaking the bond, but it is traumatic for the baby when you have to like go back to work and stuff. It's heartbreaking. We're supposed to be there for the babies, man. That's all I'm saying. We're supposed to be there for the babies.
And sit through meetings after being denied competent health care. And for far too long, women's pain have been minimized, ignored, dismissed, and even politicized. We have to guarantee paid leave for reproductive health. That is the minimum. No one should have to choose between their paycheck and their health.
So again, what's the incentive to hire women? Seriously, like what's
There
the
you go.
incentive to hire women?
If this is going to be a problem in the future, I'm not saying that all women are thinking this, but let's say there was a good proportion of them, right? Then what would be the incentive to hire chicks? That's what I'm saying. And then when I say these things, like, oh, you just a woman hater, and it's like it's not a woman hater, bro. I'm looking at this as I'm looking at this through the lens of a business, bro. Like it's the same sentiment as when they stated that they pay black people lower than they pay than they pay white people. I mean, if that's the case, then they would be hiring black. I mean, if you think about it through the business lens, right? It's to save money and to make money, bro. To make the most money that you can. Right? So if that's the case, I would hire whoever the fuck is getting paid the less. I mean, that's just me. Like when it came to my roof, I mean, the roof is still standing. It was some Central Americans that did that shit. You know, if it would have been some white dudes, I would have got it guaranteed. You know, they would have done it. You know, whatever. But it would have cost me an arm and a leg.
Yeah.
Well,
wait.
You know, wrong with this?
Yeah. So is your roof fine? Your roof's good.
Yeah. No leaks.
Okay.
No
So who? Wasn't there an issue? Some other issue? Maybe it was plumbing. Who did whatever was fucked up?
Oh no,
Who did that?
they finally fixed that because we were going to sue the shit out of them, dude.
Okay, good.
We were like, this is the last straw. We were about to actually file a thing in the court and everything. I told my wife, I'm like, yeah, fuck that. I'll go and file it if I have to. And at that point they emailed us and it was like, oh yeah, we'll be there this Saturday, and they came by. They came by, and I mean, they fixed the problem. You know, the shit works, but it doesn't look good. You know, it's yeah. I'm just like, man, these people, man. But don't even get me started, dude, because I have a garage and I had an idea to put a bathroom in there, extend it, you know, put a couple windows, make it into a studio, rent it for like 14, maybe 1,300, and we decided to do shit. And I was just like, yeah, but why can't we just do the garage? And then that way, the money comes in, and then you get to be able to do the bathroom, and then money still comes in. But nope.
No.
This is why I never. Every time you guys say, "Oh, give me your opinion," I'm like, what? Like, listen. You guys are gonna make you guys are gonna make your choices anyway. So what's the point?
Yeah.
And then y'all get mad at us, and it's like, but why y'all getting mad at us, bro? It's like we've been told you this. It's like, yeah, boy, that's just the way y'all guys are, I guess. So we just have to tolerate it. Yeah.
For any job that a man can do, what's the incentive, right? If you got to make all these special accommodations, what is the incentive, right? If I don't have to make these special accommodations for a man, why do I need to hire a woman, right? Why would I hire a woman? I don't know if these people understand, but they're making themselves harder to hire, right? Asking for all of these special accommodations that men do not get,
That's what I said.
Stop watching
Men
this
do
ad.
not get,
Go to
men do not
Wix
get, or
and
men do
grab
not
your
ask
domain
for
name.
these things because they don't need them, and that's understandable. But through the lens of a business, through the lens of a business, of a corporation or anything, bro, right? Like I keep trying to explain, it's to cut costs and make money. So why hire, you know, these certain type of individuals that want these things that are going to cost money every year? Do you understand? Like, and the price of the shit goes up too. So, like, man, nah, man. Like this is why you are responsible for your shit, your own shit. Like now, if you was to tell me, like, okay, Latinos, we cut a whole bunch of programs now, right? And we can start making these new programs or whatever. I wouldn't mind free diapers and free tampons for chicks. But we gotta cut a whole bunch of programs in order to get there. I wouldn't mind doing these things for y'all. But we gotta be realistic. We gotta cut a whole bunch of shit. And most of y'all don't want to cut anything because y'all always say, yeah, but how about this person? Oh, but how about that person? And I'm just like, dude, that's the problem. Stop worrying about them. That's the issue. Don't worry
How
about them. They'll
about
be all
we
right.
cut? How about we cut benefits for like little gangbang men?
For
How about
everybody.
that?
This is what I'm saying. For
Look,
everybody,
if we
man.
cut the benefits for
Everybody.
the little gangbanger dudes, then there'd be plenty of money for the
Yeah, but
low
what's the
income
percentage
people
of
who need better
gangbanger dudes?
benefits.
Like, this is what I'm saying. What's the
Dude, there's
percentage
a
of
lot.
you
Look at
think
what
it's a
you're
lot?
talking about in the world.
Listen, you think that there's a lot of felons that are on food stamps and a whole bunch of shit like that. If you look at the numbers, I guarantee you it's probably less than 1 point something %. Right?
I
So
don't
you
know,
gotta
dude.
you gotta
It's
you
a
gotta
fair, I
start
think it's a
looking at
fair amount.
you gotta start looking at the contrast of shit. Like who's gaining more out of the system, bro, right? And that's what we need to start cutting. Boom, 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 boom. Because even though you want to cut the little essays or whatever, that's not going to do not even a dent. This is what I'm trying to explain to you. It's just so much of it. Like this is why I like Boulay. When he became president, he was like the administrative of whatever, the LGBT, bah, this shit, this is getting cut. This is getting cut. This is useless. This is useless.
Good.
That's how you're supposed to, and this is what I'm saying. All those are
That's how it
programs.
should be.
Those are exactly, but then y'all be saying like, oh no, but how about this person?
Don't say y'all. I'm not a liberal woman.
How about this child? How about this child? You don't feel sorry for this child? And it's like, no, I don't. It's not my child. I'm sorry to tell you, but I don't care. Like if I'm in the street and the kid is hungry and I got some money, sure, I'll throw him a couple dollars or whatever. I don't give a shit. But that's not my responsibility to take care of this kid for the rest of my life. It's not my kid. Oh, but how about the old people? Whatever. Man, them old people, if they've never had kids in their life and they ain't saved their money, then well, boo-hoo. That's on them. Like I'm not like, dude, like I'm keeping it simple, man. Like, and people could be like, oh, you a dickhead, you and that. No, it's simplifying shit. And I guarantee you, bro. I guarantee you. Listen, I guarantee you. You see how there's like the Palisades, how they got burnt down. I guarantee you, like if all this stuff happens, Jules, like in the next 50 years, listen to me. I guarantee you that those insurance companies can pay out those houses in full.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Why would that be? Because there's a lot of competition now in the private sector that's able to do that. Do you understand? But when people don't understand this shit, man.
Part of the reason it's possible is that even if the insurance companies themselves didn't buy those properties, they invested in companies that bought those properties where they could do it legally. Is what I'm saying. Yeah. Even though, they knew on the backside that they could do that legally. They're still making out. They're still making out on like doing a little land grab deal, for sure.
Yeah, but that's all I'm saying. It's like we gotta cut a lot of these programs, man.
Yeah.
Look, when they cut the whole food stamp stuff with, when the Democrats closed the government, they try to blame Trump for the stamps and all that. Remember that?
I do.
All those people felt entitled. They felt like they deserved the food stamps. They didn't feel like, damn, man, I'm in need. No, there was like, well, I better get my share because if not, I'm stealing. That's entitlement.
Yeah, you're right. It was entitlement.
It's not the same thing as like, damn man, what are we gonna do now? What are we gonna eat? 50 back around.
Yeah. It's not the same thing.
But that's not how it was. But uh let's get into Carmelo Anthony because that case begins tomorrow. We'll be talking a lot about that in the next couple of weeks, Jules. So look what he does, Jules. He goes around because they're gonna call his brother's name. This shit right here, man. I'm trying to hold my tears in, Jules, man, because I'm trying not to get emotional. But when I saw this shit earlier, I kind of teared up, man. I'm not gonna lie. As a man, I'm not gonna lie about this, man. Like I teared up. Shit hurts, man.
Good job, man.
Like it's fucked up, man. Like I could not imagine. Like I held my dog when when the little thing was dying. It took his last breath in my arms and shit. And I can't imagine like doing that shit with a brother, a sister, a mother, a father, bro. Like
Yeah.
if it happens naturally, whatever. But like,
Yeah, but never as a teenager. Like,
yeah,
yeah,
man,
I'm sure that was rough.
twin, your actual twin, not no twin, nah, actual twin.
Mhm.
Man, this shit, man. Oh, I'm gonna try to hold my man. Let me be. Oof. Yeah, man, Jules. How man, didn't that give you like didn't that make you feel some type of way?
Yeah, I mean, it's sad. I do feel it from the human aspect of things, but I also got to keep it 100. If he wasn't fucking around, he would have been there,
Yeah, but is it warranted for you to say, yo, move out my tent and like not even touch the guy to the point where he takes out a knife and just stabs you for that? Like, and just instead of saying, like, all right, bro, fuck it, I'll sit over there. Fine, cool, sit over there.
Yeah, no, look, so
Like,
like
it's not like
I
I'm
haven't
not
looked
saying that he
into it
has
for
to
a
move,
long
but it
time.
doesn't have to come to that point, bro.
I haven't looked into that stuff in a long time, but the last thing, and I mean a long time, so I could be wrong. I could have gotten wrong information, okay? So there's that. But it seemed like what I remember was there was already a lot of back and forth between them. There was egging on and, like they were taunting each other like too much. There was already beef going on. And what I also understand from track meets is that you sit in your own team's tent. Like there's no reason to go to some other team's tent. And you shouldn't even have to be asked to leave. But he was like, "Oh no, I'm here. I'm not leaving." So there was there was a lot of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? He didn't need to be where he was, and and he brought the weapon there. Carmelo brought a weapon. You know what I'm saying?
You want
So
to know what's crazy? He has had an incident at his school. Because I remember
Oh yeah.
I remember a time when I told John, I'm like, yo, John, ooh, I got something spicy for you, John. And he's like, oh, what is it? What is it? I'm like, bro, play this shit right here, man. Bam. And it was a girl from his school that said, oh, I've I've always known him to, be a fighter, but not to take it this far. So what does she mean by that? That that he has had fights in the school, not to the point where they had called the police, but they had brought the parents in with the other parents and they talked it out, and that's it. So this is why there was a rumor at the time that he was suspended, anyways, from school, that he shouldn't even be there. So I don't know if that was true or not, but I could tell you that he did fight in that school. One time that I know of, because this is all recorded. Like it's
Yeah. Oh, I
it's
read
in record.
about that too. That he was suspended, and then Nate's right in the chat that he was skipping school and he went to another school's track meet with the weapon. Like he wasn't even supposed to be there. Because if he was at his school in detention where he was supposed to be, because I think that's where he was supposed to be.
Well, this is Metcalf, and that's Carmelo. For those that don't remember, I put that up there so you guys can see. And then let's go to, let's take you back to time so we can recap on the incident. Second.
An open universe where you
Carmelo and dude, that game, I wanted to get that shit. That game is crazy. That's an infinite universe, dude. Infinite universe. Like the game doesn't stop. Like you travel in the spaceship, you go from different planets and take over and shit. It's just nuts. I might get that game. I don't know. But anyways, let's get back to the Carmelo thing.
Carmelo Anthony, the 18-year-old accused of fatally stabbing 17-year-old Austin Metcalf in April during a track meet in Frisco, was formally indicted by a grand jury today for murder. Fox 4's Amelia Jones live with details and response from the victim's father and attorney. Amelia.
Steve, the indictment is the natural next step in any criminal case, and it paves the way for the case to move closer to a potential trial. A Collin County grand jury indicted 18-year-old Carmelo Anthony with first-degree murder. He's accused of stabbing 17-year-old Austin Metcalf at a Frisco track meet earlier this year. Anthony was 17 at the time of the stabbing, and he's being tried as an adult. The Collin County District Attorney's Office released a rare video statement about the indictment. Anthony's defense attorney also put out a video statement reiterating Anthony's claims that he acted in self-defense. The case has gained national attention and set off a social media firestorm. Much of what's swirling around online is misinformation. This could be one reason why both sides chose to record statements on such a procedural matter. I spoke with Russell Wilson, a former Dallas County prosecutor not involved in this case.
As media scrutiny increases, I think it increases the pressure, if you will, on the case. The core facts don't really change, but there's a greater magnifying glass. And so missteps are amplified, and that applies for both sides.
Hey, pause it real quick. That guy is a cross between Universal Jones and Frederick Douglass.
Stanley? Damn.
No, not Stanley. The real Frederick Douglass.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant the real. I thought you meant
Whatever. Whichever's funnier. Whichever one's
Stanley,
funnier.
he'll be like y'all some ignorant motherfuckers. Stanley, he'll be like y'all some ignorant motherfuckers.
Yeah, he will.
Father Jeff Metcalf about the news of the indictment. He sent me back the following statement. I am pleased that we are moving forward with the first-degree murder indictment. It now goes into the court system. I fully believe that justice will be served for Austin Metcalf. I look forward to the forthcoming trial, but it will never bring back my son. If convicted, Anthony faces life in prison. Coming up on Fox 4 News at 9, you'll hear directly from the Collin County DA's office and directly from Anthony's defense attorney. Plus, we'll share what comes next. For now, Steve, back to you.
All right, Amelia.
that case begins tomorrow, y'all. Begins tomorrow, man. 9 o'clock.
Oh, shitstorm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but there
shitstorm's
is
on there.
no media though. No media available.
Oh, good. That's actually
Mhm.
probably a good thing.
Yep. And the judge is not playing games, bro.
Good.
He's not.
She's my 13-year-old daughter is my 13-year-old daughter. My 13-year-old daughter. My 13-year-old daughter. My 13-year-old daughter. My 13.
I still don't know what she's saying. What's she saying?
Yeah, I'm about
What
to make a
language
song
is
with
that?
this shit. I'm about to make a song with this shit.
Your
Give me
daughter.
a second.
My 13. My 13.
Not the key.
My 13.
Boom, boom, boom,
My 13.
boom,
My 13.
boom, boom, boom,
My
boom,
13.
boom,
My 13.
boom,
My
boom, boom, boom,
my 13. My 13.
boom,
My 13.
boom,
My 13-year-old.
Oh my
All right, let
god.
me stop. Let me
Oh,
stop. Let me stop. Let me be
oh my
serious.
god.
She's
But
saying
what
my
does that word mean?
13-year-old daughter. My 13-year-old daughter.
Oh.
My
So what you think?
13-year-old daughter.
Matakin. That's what I heard.
See my cane.
Mm.
My 13-year-old daughter is
Oh, I hear it
afraid
now.
to sleep in her own bedroom because she's fearful.
Of who? Of a brother? Who is she fearful of? A brother?
I guess the white boy is gonna come over and get her.
Oh.
His brother, maybe.
Okay.
What may happen to her? And let me be clear. The claims that were used about the public donation to buy a home or anything else are completely false.
These are the type of lies that are threatening this family. Posting the family's picture. These are the type of lies. She's getting millions of views on this. Sarah, she's even came after me. She's even said all of those things. And now that the public knows exactly what is going on, I ask, because these racist bigots tried to prevent us from standing up for our baby, our boy, he should be afforded the same rights that Kyle Rittenhouse had.
Jesus Christ.
No. He was there defending shit, but nobody wants to hear
Yo,
that.
but the Kyle Rittenhouse, did he kill a black person or was it two white dudes? And one of those happened to be a child lover.
Right.
Alleged.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah.
Daniel Penna.
Daniel Penna. You heard him? It's Daniel Penny.
Mhm.
Penny.
Mhm.
Penny. Motherfucker, it's Penny. Penny. It's not hard, bro. Jesus, man. Hear this shit.
Rittenhouse had. Daniel Penna rights that Kyle Rittenhouse had. Daniel Penna rights that Kyle Rittenhouse had. Daniel Penna.
Daniel Penna. Daniel Penn. Let me see if I'm spelling it right. I'm gonna put it in the chat.
Penna.
Yeah, right here.
Why wasn't it Pena? I bet you it's Pena.
Penna.
Like in Spanish. I bet it's it's a little thing over the end.
Oh shit, man. All right, yo. No. Wait.
Rights that Kyle Rittenhouse had. Daniel Penner.
Yo, oh man, dude, this Daniel Penn. Oh man, it's Penny, bro, Penny.
I think Nate's on point on this one.
Yeah, it's not Penna.
Penna.
All right, let's see one more time.
That Kyle Rittenhouse had. Daniel Penner.
Yeah, Penna. Yeah. You got it.
And all of the people who have claimed whatever their defense was, he should be afforded the same right.
Daniel Penna.
Nobody in the public media has one video camera, but we got the video of Kyle Rittenhouse with an AK-47 shooting 3 people in the back.
Bro.
You do not have that video.
Bro, no.
Oh my
Nah,
God.
he lying though, because he
Yeah,
didn't
he
shoot him
is.
in the back. He shot him in the front.
Yeah.
That's why he won. Like, what are
Dude
you
was
talking
coming
about?
out. It was self-defense. Like,
Hey, you coming at him? You throwing
but
what
see,
is this shit?
the
The
people
bottles
who
that are
want to
fire,
believe this
cocktail
guy,
mocktails
yeah,
at the guy. Like, come on, man.
they're just gonna believe him. You know, people who
Like,
want to believe
Jesus
him are
Christ,
gonna
man.
believe him. Yeah.
Yeah,
Crazy.
this guy's a retard.
We got that. And he raised more than $2 million publicly, and nobody said anything.
Nobody said anything.
More than $2 million publicly, and nobody said anything.
Aren't you supposed to be, doing a joyous work for the Lord and not looking for praise on earth, but your reward in heaven?
What he's basically trying to state here is that when they got donations, they got flocked, right? But when Kyle Rittenhouse got the $2 million in donations, nobody said anything.
Yeah,
And
I
it's
know,
like
but
it's a difference. It's a difference in contrast here, but he doesn't see it.
it's fine for them in that situation. Yeah, it's some double standards. What I'm saying is that his own pastor would probably usually be saying, where's my 10%? Where's the 10% for the church? The guilt trip into sustaining the community, the church, all that.
But you think this dude is a fucking pastor for real, bro? I think this dude is a joke.
No. He sounds pretty ridiculous to me. I don't know.
Not educated. You know what I mean? Daniel Penny.
Trying to come for us.
He went to seminary
I call
school.
for the overwhelming support for this fund. The disinformation that was put out was literally deliberate to prevent you from helping this family.
Daniel Penny. I love you, Penny.
No, it's Jenny.
Yes, Penny.
I was running.
I love you, Jenny. Now look at this guy in his
for the whole black community. I'm just speaking for myself. Yes, I'm gonna say it out loud. Yes, I am defending Carmelo Anthony because he's black. I'm defending him because he's black because you attacked him because he was black. You decided that he was a thug because he was black. You decided that this young man shouldn't have a bond because he was black. You decided that this young man should be charged as an adult because he was black. This young man should get life in prison because he was black. You didn't even know the details. You still don't know the details of the case. So yes, I am defending Carmelo Anthony because he is black, and you are attacking him because he is black. You respect nothing. His father said he didn't think this was a black or white issue. He didn't want it politicized. You turn it right around and you politicize it. You make it a black or white issue.
What?
And you think black America is supposed to just sit back and let you find this young man guilty in a court of public opinion before he could even get a fair trial. Now, it don't work like that. It's cause and effect. You attacking him because he's black. I'm defending him because he's black. That's how that works. You still looking for your Trayvon Martin. You still looking to get even. You just have to be the victim. Y'all need to grow up. You need to grow up and have an honest conversation about race relations in America. You need to get honest with yourself. And some of you people probably were allies back in 2020. Some of you people probably were on the internet going, if Black America just educate us on what it's like to be Black in America, until something like this happens and the true you come out. So yes, I'm saying the loud part out loud. I'm saying the quiet part out loud. Yes, I am defending Carmelo Anthony.
How the fuck old is this guy? He's at least Gen X, right? This should not be his take as a Gen X person. Like, where's he been? What's been happening? I don't get it. You don't just straight defend someone because they're the same race as you. Like the whole Chud the guy, whatever, all that shit's happening. I'm not just automatically taking his side because he's white. That's stupid. You know, that's dumb as hell. There's no logic in this. You know, it's just social posturing and all of that crap. It should just be about what's right. Who did the right thing? Who did the wrong thing? Let's figure it out. Move on together. It's not about race.
Nope.
It's so fucking stupid. I'm so fucking annoyed by all
Gotta
this
protect
stupid
my
race shit.
my black people. What's wrong with you, Jules?
Okay.
But he massacred a whole village. It don't matter. You don't know what he went through, the struggles, the pain.
Yeah,
You don't get it. You don't understand us.
Right. White people never go through nothing. That's right.
Nope. Y'all were giving everything.
Right.
Giving everything.
Yeah.
You saying that and with that. Maybe you can. Would you be willing to stand by me in a press conference or in an individual interview and talk about this?
All right, I remind you, this guy is the guy that the last guy was talking about, I think, right? So he's talking about this doofus over here. And this doofus is actually talking to Metcalf's father over the phone. And check what Metcalf's father tells this dude.
Issue that is larger than Austin at this point. God rest the beautiful young man's soul that would have been one of our strongest voices if he was still alive today. Yes, I am, sir.
I'm not trying to speak. You are part of the fucking problem, my friend. You're trying to create more race divide than bridging the gap. I do not condone anything you do. You do not have any fucking...
That's called white guilt.
No, let it talk.
You're creating more Austin Metcalfs with your weakness, sir. You are.
Yo, you heard what he just told him?
Yeah.
I'm gonna rewind it for those that missed it.
You're creating more Austin Metcalfs with your weakness, sir. You are creating more Austin Metcalfs with your weakness.
You are being weak. I gotta be honest with you about that, sir.
You're being condemn your son's killer and the culture that caused it.
Hey, Jeff.
That's the problem. You've been submitted. Hold on, Jeff. You've been submitted.
Black men here, sir. You saw the black dude in the back? Nah. Time out. Black here, sir.
You're creating more Austin Metcalfs with your weakness, sir. You are creating more Austin Metcalfs with your weakness.
You are being weak. I'll be honest with you about that, sir.
The John Galt's lost son.
Yeah. We should send him over.
Oh, shit. Oh, God.
You're being weak. Condemn your son's killer and the culture that caused it.
Hey, Jeff.
That's the problem. You've been submitted. Hold on, Jeff. You've been submitted.
Yo, that's crazy to say to somebody that lost their son, dude.
Yeah, it is sad.
It is.
But that just shows how much people have put up with bullshit from that person that they feel like totally fine saying that.
But this guy is such an asshole, just like the last video that we saw. They're equally, dickheads.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
Just throwing that out there. I don't want people to be like,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, you're picking sides in here." And I'm like, no, this guy's a douchebag. Straight up. Like, it's all right in his face. I mean, you can see it.
Yeah.
Let me see what else I got on this. So, look, the reason why I play this, right? Check this out.
So bail's we're gonna have a bail.
I'm gonna set just a bond right now after we have our bail hearing. Then I'll let you make all the arguments. We can go through all the factors in the statute and see if that gets amended up or down. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to set initial bond at 1.25 million. 1.25 million. Based upon the fact of how many people were in the courtyard, we're here at the courthouse, and the seriousness of all these felonies and his bond status. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So the 26th at 9 o'clock, I'm sorry, the 21st at 9 o'clock for a bond hearing, and then the 26th at 9 for a preliminary hearing right here. Does that work for everybody's calendar? General, does that work for the state?
Yes.
All right.
Just for the court's information and Mr. Finley, the state's going to
1.2. Just for bond. Just for bond. For defending and protecting himself, right? Because that's literally what happened. The guy lunged at him, he shot him, shot himself.
Well, I think that's 125K, technically, that he has to come up with, The bail bondsman, you give him 10% of what the bond is, right?
Okay.
But still, I mean, I don't think my family would come together with 125K.
Yeah, I think you got it wrong, dude. I think if the judge said, they say 10%, but if the judge sets the bond, let's say at 1 point, whatever it is, I think it's what the bond is set. I don't think.
So then really the judge should be saying 11.2.
Like, I don't know. I'm gonna look this up because I have the understanding of like if they say 10%, okay, that's what it is. Okay. So if he has to come out with the full thing, then that's a bitch. Oof.
So Nate, what do you think his bond is? Yeah, me once, but it was much smaller. I said 10%. If it's 10%.
Yeah, man.
Okay, I always thought it. All right, So I guess you're right. If the judge is saying bond, so difference between bail and bond, right?
Yeah.
So, like say the judge says,
yeah, that's what I was trying to explain to you,
bond. That's 10K bail.
Yeah, bail and bond are two different things.
Bail
Like
bond.
so,
Yeah.
10% of the bail, because I've been locked up and I had to pay
Thank
bail,
you.
right? So it's only 10%.
Thanks. Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So the judge was already saying the 10% amount?
Yep, I think so. Because
Okay.
So that's why he
Yeah.
was like, oof. That's why I hurt him so much. Because if it wouldn't have
That's
been 100
crazy.
something K, I think he would have been out already. Dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm. But this guy's bond went from $1 million to $250,000.
All right. Come on, man. Just follow back behind us. Just stay close, okay?
Carmelo, do you have anything that you'd like to say, Carmelo? Do you have anything that you'd like to say to the victim, to the family of the victim? Why were you armed, sweetheart? Carmelo, why were you armed at school?
Sweetheart.
Explain your self-defense. How is this self-defense?
Excuse me.
Carmelo, is there anything you want to say to the community that's donated?
Sweetheart, you want to say anything about the community? How you make them feel? Sweetie? Shit, crazy. Yeah, so this trial begins tomorrow, y'all. And now I'm gonna pop up. If you have anything to say or add, go ahead. Because I'm gonna play a couple of people's opinions and shit on this shit. So let's so if you have something to say, go ahead.
I'm good right now. I'm good.
All right. Let me pull up this clip.
Everybody at all times has a right to defend yourself, but that doesn't mean you get to use disproportionate force. So even if we imagine a situation where Mr. Metcalf is being the aggressor, if you sort of steelman Mr. Anthony's position here, give him the benefit of all doubts, right? It was raining. He wanted to get out of the rain. This was the closest tent. He just sat down quietly in the corner. Forget about the fact that he brought this knife with him. He just had.
Yo, oh man. Yo, Jules, are you hearing this voice?
Yes, it's very much like the song for. Yes.
Yeah.
Good intentions about everything from the very beginning. In Mr. Metcalf, the deceased here, let's ascribe the worst possible situation to him. He gets upset. He's a white guy who doesn't like black guys. He's spewing out racial insults. And then let's just say,
I ain't gonna lie to you, Jules, though. When it comes to the law, them motherfuckers don't like to lose. So, I'm putting all my chips on a Jew lawyer, bro, all day. Yeah, any Weinstein, Feinstein, any Steen, man. Any Steen, bro. I'm hiring you, bro.
But I have to say though, just because they can always win doesn't mean that they aren't using loopholes and a whole bunch of fuckery to fuck
I
somebody
don't
else.
give a fuck as long as I win. I mean, I don't care less how they do it. It's
Look,
the outcome for me.
Right. Sure.
Yeah.
Well, see, I guess the issue is I've been on the losing side of that. So, when justice would have been for me, you know?
Just saying, man. Feinstein, Weinstein, any Steen.
he lays hands on a very peaceful Mr. Anthony, right? And starts forcibly moving him out of the tent. Now, she could have done anything else but lay hands on Mr. Anthony. But let's say he lays hands on Mr. Anthony. All we got so far is an aggressor who's using ordinary physical force. And what do I mean by ordinary physical force? The kind of force that is not likely to lead to either death or a serious bodily injury or serious physical injury, as it's sometimes explained in the statute. Do we have that? We got a fist fight here between two guys that are probably roughly equal. They're the same age. They're both athletic. You could see the picture.
Yeah, see, because I've had that argument. I've even heard John even state this. Like, ain't both of them athletes? Yes, they both play football. Yes. Sure, one may be bigger than the other, but it's not to say that shit, like the guy was like Dwayne Johnson next to the dude. You know what I mean? So at that
Mm-hmm.
point, like
Mm-hmm.
if it's a dude that's like, I mean, at that stature, right? Like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking stab you. And I think, the court and people are gonna say it like shit. I mean, damn, that guy could have had killed you. You know what I mean? Like if he
Mm-hmm.
did take a punch or something. It's the
Yeah.
same thing with a boxer. Like his arms, I mean his arms, his hands are licensed. You get what I'm saying? So he can't be punching anybody like that
Yeah.
because it's a weapon. Shit's
Mm-hmm.
crazy, man. Like a lot of people don't know that shit, man. But if you don't, man, now you just learned something new today. Hmm.
They look roughly the same size. Now, of course, you start changing that, right? One guy's 300 pounds and the other guy's 150 pounds. That might lead to a different conclusion. But all you got so far is an aggressor who is using ordinary physical force. If you take that stage that I just set, then Mr. Anthony is absolutely entitled to defend himself.
Ooh. I did not. This is the first time I'm listening to this, y'all. We getting different opinions and everything from different perspectives. You know what I'm saying? But
So they're saying he
was not
kind of like
expecting
had
this.
some home doctrine somehow, like.
Nah, he basically trying to say that if let's say Carmelo is 150 pounds and the Metcalf dude was 300, and he did touch him, the Metcalf dude touched Carmelo. He's in every right to defend himself.
Okay, sure. So is he going to tell us the weights that are comparable where that doesn't happen? Because that kid was not 300 pounds to his 150 or whatever.
No, I believe he
We've
was
all
like
seen the kids,
260 something. He was like 260 something. Carmelo was a buck 50 something. I think it was. Because you got to understand, he was a receiver. Receivers are usually lightweight.
Yeah.
They're runners.
Lightweight runners. I know. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, let's see.
I believe the other kid played both sides of the ball, but on the like basically guarding the quarterback and playing the defensive side. So
Okay.
if he was playing both sides, that should tell you how much of an impact of a player he was. Just saying, you wouldn't have usually, you have just one position, but nah, this motherfucker was bouncing from offense to defense.
With ordinary physical force. That means he can stand up and punch Mr. Metcalf in the face. He can push him back. He can get into a physical struggle with him. You don't get to pull out a knife and stab the guy in the heart. That is deadly physical force. You are bringing deadly physical force to repel an imminent threat of ordinary physical force, and that is disproportionate. And even if you have a right to defend yourself here, you lose that, and you are responsible and criminally accountable if, in the way you defend yourself, you use deadly physical force in response to an ordinary physical force threat. Everybody.
I agree. I agree. It's not. It wasn't warranted for him to stab. This is what I'm saying. It wasn't warranted for him to stab him just because he might have touched him or pushed him a little bit or whatever the case was. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't warranted because it
Yeah.
wasn't like a life threatening situation. It wasn't like he took out a knife and said, "Yo, fucking move out my tent." You know what I mean? At that point, it's a knife fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't be a guy shooting fish in a barrel, bro. Like that's basically what he did.
Yeah.
Well, let's see.
But
Let's
they
see.
tried to
Go ahead.
go ahead.
No,
No.
you go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, so just to be clear, who were you referencing shooting fish in a barrel?
Carmelo, basically.
Right? Yeah, okay, that's what I thought, because if that's the case, there was history and plenty of witnesses of him having issues before.
Yeah.
So
You're not wrong.
that doesn't speak well for him.
And he has fights in school, so and that's not to say that makes you a bad person, because I find it in school too, because I ain't gonna let nobody bitch me. But at the end of the day, it's like, I think they probably might bring that into court, bro. Who knows? You know what I mean? Try to
Yeah, it's
portray a
possible.
kid that it's not violent, but who's probably going through some things to the point where he thought, he could do this.
Hmm.
So I don't know. Let's see what this woman has to say.
One of the things that I would like to see addressed is, and we know in this age of social media, it's not going to happen. The rush to judgment, the rush to just come out, and the vitriol. I'm so saddened for this family. There are pictures that are going around of him holding a gun. Now they're not talking about how he saved a child. There was an article on him in Baton Rouge when he saved a child. He's from a 2-parent household. That's not what they want to talk about. They want to make him look the worst possible way. I want us to be careful of sharing.
They're not trying to make him look the worst possible way. He made himself look the worst possible way, because if you're saying that he's such a good kid and everything, that he should be able to have a simple understanding that it should have never got to that point. He should have been able to walk away from the situation, see another day. So
and
like
she should know better.
Like what?
Like, the media doesn't show things in the best possible way. Hardly ever. You're really, really freaking lucky if you're like in the 0.01% getting a positive news story.
Like, bro, like this. Like, all I'm saying is, if it was the other way around, right? The same story, the same everything, the same plot, the same MO, right? And the switching is basically, now Metcalf is the one stabbing this kid. What do you think the uproar would be today?
Well, it'd be about, I guess, Latinos stabbing white women or something, or white people.
It'll be Metcalf stabbed this little black boy. That's what it would be, right? And then we'll make it a whole big thing, right? But since it's the opposite now, oh no, they don't say all the good things he did. I mean, but why would you? He killed somebody. Like, you're not seeing that? Like,
I know, it's so funny.
like all that shit don't matter no more. Like, you think all that shit's gonna matter when it's sentencing time? If they find him guilty? No.
Mm-mm.
Man, man, all he gonna be doing from now on is sweat equity. We spoke about that here. Let's talk about it with your host, Jules and Latino. Sweat equity. It's needed out there. We love our berries. We love our watermelon. That dude was picking the watermelon. He was like, I don't know how to pick watermelon. I thought that shit grew on trees. No, he learned that it grew on vines. Yeah. Sweat equity. He's gonna get a lot of sweat equity. What do you think about that sweat equity, Jules? That Carmelo's gonna get when he go to prison?
Well, I mean, gardening is a good skill to have. That's what I'd say.
Sweat equity. Shout out to sweat equity.
Yeah. Shout out.
Just rolls so good off the tongue. Sweat equity.
That of passing on that misinformation. Like you said, they're posing. They're talking about them buying this $800,000-$900,000 house. Anything we want to post about, I think we just need to trust but verify, and don't spread misinformation.
Yeah. The last part is the only thing that I could agree with you.
Don't spread misinformation.
Yeah, but everything else is just like, what? What the hell did I just hear?
She is the misinformation, so you maybe should have a problem with some of the stuff she's saying.
Oh no, I have a problem with everything she said. Hey, so this is the woman, I guess. This is the woman that they were bashing. She's like, this woman here is making a mockery out of us. The guy that was speaking, whatever his name is. So This is the woman that he was talking about. So let's see what she has to say.
Hi, Sarah Fields, investigative journalist. But on top of being an investigative journalist, I am also a precinct chair and a state delegate. So I do a lot in legislation. And so now you're starting to mess around in my area. Let's take a listen.
And we know that he was not enrolled in grade 12. He wasn't. They were juniors. Austin Metcalf should never have received his diploma. It's a violation of Texas Education Code 28.0254.
Wrong. I understand that you're really salty about a victim receiving a diploma posthumously after being stabbed to death last year at a Texas track meet. So you're not only morally completely off course, you're also just wrong. So you're trying to say that it is illegal for a Texas school district to award a posthumous diploma to a student who was killed before graduating because the student was 17 and was not technically in their senior year yet, right? It is absolutely legal in the state of Texas. And not by some loophole and not by some special exception of somebody invented overnight. Texas law specifically allows this. In 2007, Texas passed what became known as the Jennifer.
Not specific. Not not the specific ocean. Okay.
Law after the murder of Texas teenager Jennifer Ann Crescente. That's this beautiful soul right here. The law created Texas Education Code 28.0254, which allows school districts to award posthumous diplomas to students who have died. But here's the part you're missing. And it's weird because I know you're smart. So I know that you're likely completely ignoring this part and you're just misleading people. It's pretty on par, but moving on. In 2019, which I was actually very involved in that legislation in 2019, Texas lawmakers expanded that law with House Bill 638. The reason for this was because the law before that was much narrower and only applied to students who had been killed or had died in their senior year, which is what you are trying to mislead your followers and listeners into thinking. The 2019 amendment broadened the language and changed it to apply to students who were, quote, expected to graduate under the regular schedule of school attendance. This means that the student does not have to be a graduating senior at the time of death. If the student was expected to graduate under the normal educational timeline, Texas law allows the district to award a posthumous diploma at the time that the student would have graduated, which is when Hunter Metcalf graduated. So yes, legally, a 17-year-old student who was stabbed to death in the heart.
And that black chick didn't make any sense on the phone talking because didn't his twin brother graduate and they twins? So wouldn't they both been graduating at the same time? Made no sense. How you sit here and say, oh, he's 17, he can't graduate. I mean, if that was the case, then his brother wouldn't be able to graduate either.
The year before can legally receive a posthumous diploma. This isn't breaking rules. It is the rule. And it's been a law for years. You are free to debate whether you emotionally or personally agree with it. I don't really care about that part because I have zero respect for you whatsoever. But you can't misrepresent the law. Legally, the answer is very clear. It's a fact.
Yeah, man, these people, man. But it's okay for the convict that's about to be a convict, basically, to go to college. Yeah.
If Carmelo Anthony ends up going to prison for murder, black people are not going to loot and riot. I don't know if people have been seeing or understanding. Black people ain't rioting or doing all that protesting or any of that, especially for the next 4 years. It's not going to happen. But I tell you what's going to happen. If Carmelo is set free officially and his charges are dropped, white people are going to storm the Capitol again. If
No,
not,
they're not.
probably storming police stations. If not,
No, they're not. No, they're not. No, they're not. No, they're not. If that was the case, they would have done that shit with OJ.
probably storming black folks' businesses. If not, probably burn them down like they did at Black Wall Street.
Bro, it's funny that you have to go back all the way back to that.
Guarantee you that. Because white people just don't like it when they don't get their way.
This dude, man, I'm telling you, bro. We need to stop. Y'all need to get help. Stop with this shit, man. It's crazy.
I don't know where you stand at on the whole Hunter Carmelo issue. Most of y'all made it about race. When it's not about race, it's about who's right and who's wrong.
Amen.
I'm not going to keep going over the story 100 times like everyone else, because once all the facts come out, you're going to see that Austin was in the wrong. He deserved to get
Oh, God.
over it? Maybe not, but he was in the wrong. But I know the law does state that if you're in the commission of a crime and someone loses their life, the surviving person who was in the commission of the crime with that person is charged with the death. So Hunter, his brother, needs to be charged with Austin's death.
No, what?
Because Hunter and Austin
This is
was
sick.
in the commission of a crime, possibly
This
a
is sick.
felony. They was robbing him when they
What?
took his property.
Come on, man.
And then they assaulted him, and that
Come
led
on,
to the
man.
unaliving
This is crazy.
of Austin. While Hunter
Come up,
is
Mike.
very
Come up,
much
Mike, if you can.
lying
Come up.
in the details of what happened,
Damn,
because
man.
he's
This
trying
is
to protect himself
wild.
and the image of Austin. But the cry should be, instead of arrest Carmelo, it should be arrest Hunter.
What? Bro, this man is insane. He said arrest the brother. For what? For holding his brother while he was dying? Like, Jesus Christ, man. What the Lord have mercy.
Y'all remember my reporting on the Carmelo Anthony case and how I had suspicions of Austin Metcalf's father being a racist. Not only being a racist, but teaching his children how to be aggressive pieces of shit. What fell in my lap is audio of Jeff Metcalf calling a black woman the N-word.
Yeah, Jeff Metcalf, you're a racist ass prick. Fuck you, nigger fucking whore loving bitch.
That shit sounds fake.
Yeah, you heard that for yourself, just me.
And then does this
Just
feel
sound mad fake.
therapeutic for you?
It's not good. It's not good. I'm not supposed to be doing it, but some nights, yes.
I ain't never been jumped by nobody. I ain't never had nobody.
Guess what? There was no jumping. There was no jumping. There were no punches. There was no nothing thrown. The first physical confrontation was from Carmelo. There wasn't four people. Once again, you're misinformed. You haven't seen the video.
So you even said they in your own interview.
They are my sons. Is who I respond to.
Okay, yeah, your sons is two. So you have two sons, right? So they means more than one. So
That's
it wasn't
correct.
a one-on-one. It was a 2v1.
Do you think your son, had your son, Austin, or his twin brother went and got help, or got a coach, you would not be up here right now defending him?
Okay, let me ask you a question. If Carmelo didn't bring a knife to a track meet, would we be having this conversation?
Had your son had not put his hand on him?
No, sir. Answer my question, because I will answer yours and I will prove to you a different way.
You wouldn't know if he would have used it had your son not put his hand.
Sir, it's a felony to bring a weapon to a track meet at school. So let me ask you a question.
No, it's not a felony. It's a policy. It's a school policy.
Obviously, you're showing me your intelligence, so you're not going to last much longer with me. It is a felony in Texas, okay? So you look it up. Secondly, ask the question, answer the question. Next, okay. Fucking dumbasses. You're running out of time, guys. You're really trying to piss me off now.
So, Mr. Jeff, I've heard countless times over and over that you made a claim that Austin grabbed Carmelo's bag. Can you tell me if that's true or not?
My understanding, of course, I did not witness it, but my understanding, that is correct.
Do you think that Carmelo went with the intent to do this, or do you think this was a situation that happened off of your son's quote-unquote alleged actions?
That's what is in the process of happening. Yes, ma'am. He's been indicted. There's going to be a trial. I feel strongly based on the evidence that will be presented, he will be convicted. So yes, ma'am.
But he hasn't had his day in court yet, right?
Yeah, I just said that, ma'am.
For anyone, we'd be innocent until proven guilty, right?
Yes, ma'am.
You think it's a good idea for you to continue to come to platforms like this in the midst of this case and what's going on?
No, ma'am. I've been instructed not to, but sometimes I don't do what I've always been told.
Supposing he's found.
No, look, first of all, I'm not going with supposed. That's hypothetical. Fucking dumb shit.
Okay.
Fuck you, nigger fucking whore loving bitch.
So, Jeff, we heard it. You can't take it back.
Yeah, it sounds like that part where he says the N word or whatever. It's not legit, but everything else.
Yeah, honestly, man, I don't think it's real.
You could tell.
I don't think it's real. I think that it was a mistake for him to ever go over there, because I'll tell you, I've been on TikTok debating with those same people, and they are the worst group of people you'll find in the entire world. Those people that are supporting Carmelo Anthony, honestly, I've never seen such just disregard. I mean, these people are they're evil. They're evil people. Like, you get over there, you start hearing people, they start talking about how Austin is how he's burning in hell, and all they have pictures and shit, like they drew AI shit of the kid burning in hell. It's like, these people are fucked up, man.
Check this out.
For the whole black community, I'm just speaking for myself. Yes, I'm gonna say it out loud. Yes, I am defending Carmelo Anthony because he's black. I'm defending him because he's black, because you attacked him because he was black. You decided that he was a thug because he was black. You decided that this young man shouldn't have a bond because he was black. You decided that this young man should be charged as an adult because he was black. This young man should get life in prison because he was black. You didn't even know the details. You still don't know the details of the case.
Jesus fucking Christ. Could it be the fact that he stabbed somebody?
I mean, at least the one thing, at least with this guy, he's admitting that the reason that he's supporting him is because he's black. The truth of the matter is there's no argument. Everyone knows that what he did was wrong. The fact is that some people, they just don't care, because for them it's race first, skin color first, and then right and wrong comes somewhere after that. They put skin color before right and wrong, and they will always defend the black, no matter what he does. He can do bad.
That's not good behavior, though, bro.
I mean, that's what keeps people like that in getting in trouble and all kinds of shit, because they have a hatred in their heart for white people, and they can't see any situation without looking at. So they can't even imagine, like, the way that they describe the situation is, they say, okay, well, Austin, he did it to himself because he approached Carmelo, as if Carmelo is some kind of animal with, that you can't get too close to because he'll reach out and stab you. He should have known better. It's like they're just gonna gloss over the fact that, you can't do that. It's against the law. Like, they can't even conceptualize, like, that you need to hold them accountable, and maybe it's not a good idea to have kids thinking that that's okay, because you got kids over on TikTok listening to these panels, listening to these black people say, well, if you touch me, then you can't dictate what I'm going to do in response. It's the stupidest argument I've ever heard.
So you never heard of fucking just fighting back with hands or something?
Yeah, I mean, they don't seem to. They say, well, no, you know what their excuse? They have an excuse for everything. Like, you say that, I'll say, well, because what happened was there was a surveillance video that showed, I guess, like, it was from really far away. It was like from one of the cameras in the stadium. For like a while, that video was available to be viewed. If you actually went down to the police station in Texas, you could actually watch it. And a number of people did. So what people started doing is, the people who were supporting Carmelo, who saw it, started making up lies and saying, oh, I saw the video and I saw this. Like, I saw 4 people attack him. And those lies spread to the point where people started to accept, oh yeah, he was attacked by 4 people. But when you listen to the news and all the different news programs, you saw the video said you can't see anything. Like, it's too far away. There's no audio. You can't see anything what's going on. You can't identify anybody. but they needed to add some kind of lie in there in order to even have a chance at making this justified. But when this is just going to court tomorrow, you know, it's all going to be exposed, and those people are all going to look dumb. But they just can't. They can't. You know, John was always talking about they have no future. They can't like they have no foresight. They can't see that there's going to be a day when they're going to have to eat their words. You know, like these people who've been arguing on TikTok for a year about this stupid thing. Like, what are they going to say when this just the kid
No,
gets
they're
convicted?
just gonna drop it and move on.
I mean, I think what they'll do is for a while, because there's people that are so damn invested in this thing over on that app that there's people going to the damn trial to just be outside, like on some weird shit. They're gonna come back and say that he was railroaded because he was black, and that's what they'll say, and then they'll try to forget about it, and that's what their excuse is gonna be at that point.
Crazy.
But he's
So yes,
lucky.
I
The
am
kid's
defending.
lucky, Ben. He's lucky he wasn't 18 years old when he did this, because he'd be up for the death penalty.
Mm.
You know, I mean, like literally, it's a
Yeah, it
matter
is
of a couple
Texas.
of months. Like it's like literally, he was almost 18 when he did this. He probably would be getting capital murder for this shit.
Yeah, it's Texas.
Carmelo Anthony because he is black, and you are attacking him because he is black. You respect nothing. His father said he didn't think this was a black or white issue. He didn't want it politicized. You turn it right around and you politicize it. You make it a black or white issue. And you think Black America is supposed to just sit back and let you find this young man guilty in a court of public opinion before he could even get a fair trial. Now, it don't work like that. It's cause and effect. You attacking him because he's black. I'm defending him because he's black. That's how that works. You still looking for your Trayvon Martin. You still looking to get even. You just have to be the.
Is that true, MFB? You guys are trying to get even?
I don't know what does he even mean? Get even for what? I mean, Trayvon got
Yeah, you
killed.
guys need your Trayvon Martins and to rally.
I mean,
These
from what I
people up.
remember, at least with that case, I wasn't really following it that closely, but I don't remember anybody rallying the way that people were rallying for Carmelo. I don't remember them rallying for that George Zimmerman guy. I remember him being pretty much like an outcast after that whole thing. Like everyone was against him. He didn't have support like the way this Carmelo kid's got support. And honestly, in his situation, he most likely was acting in self defense. Sounds like from the evidence at least. There's none of that evidence in this case. This case, literally, the kid got asked to move, and he killed the kid in response.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
You see, these people are crazy, man.
Yeah.
I need to grow up. You need to grow up and have an honest conversation about race relations in America. You need to get honest with yourself. And some of you people probably were allies back in 2020. Some of you people probably were on the internet going, if Black America just educate us on what it's like to be black in America, until something like this happens and the true you come out. So yes, I'm saying the loud part out loud. I'm saying the quiet part out loud. Yes, I am defending Carmelo Anthony, speaking for the whole black community. I'm just
Crazy, bro.
People like this guy here, man. You know, they're just they just see things differently. I guess I don't even know.
What you expecting tomorrow from the case? Right off
I
the
mean,
gun.
they have to do jury selection. Will probably take all day just to do that. They have to pick a jury, and both sides have to, they ask the jurors questions, and they, have to. It's going to be hard to pick a jury that's because they have to pick it from that county, and I don't see how they're going to get too many people who had, because like you really, when you get a juror, you want them to have no idea about the case. So, I mean, I don't know how many people haven't heard about this case that live there, but they're gonna have to find the people who really haven't been in touch with like what's going on. Because I mean, if I know about this case, well, I mean, if I lived in that town, I'd imagine everyone knows it or that county, you know. So I don't know how long that'll take, but I think it's going to be a relatively quick trial. I think within a week or two, it should be done. And the funny thing about this is
You think it's going to
over
be
the
done in 2 weeks?
Yeah, I mean, there's really not that much to go over. I mean, he's already admitted that he did it, so it's not a
Yeah, he
matter of
did.
you don't need to prove like beyond a reasonable doubt that he did it. He needs to prove now that he did it in self-defense, you know, it's impossible. Like, you know, it just is impossible. Like I'm pretty sure that they won't even like literally you can't claim self-defense if you were provoking the person or if you were committing a crime and he had a knife on him in school, which is committing a crime. Those two reasons right there. I mean, just right there, he doesn't even have the ability to claim self-defense, I don't think. So I think it's going to be, you know, if I were him, honestly, I would have spent this last year trying to get out of the country. Honestly, that was his best shot. Cut the ankle monitor off and run.
Yep, I
Honestly,
would have
that's his.
done the same thing too
Otherwise, he's
with
going to
that
spend the
money.
rest of his life in prison, man.
Yep.
So that's what they should have been doing, helping him get out, figure a way to get
I'm
him
gonna
out of the country.
give me a hypothetical. Let's say he wins. Then what?
If he beats the case,
hmm
I mean, the only way that that would
Which
be
is
happen.
highly unlikely. But
I mean, if it were to happen, there would have to be some evidence that came out that would show like that Austin had a gun or had a weapon or was like he has to make them believe that a reasonable person, just a normal everyday person, would feel like that they needed to use deadly force in that situation. And the only way you can really do that is if you're sure that someone is going to be coming at you with that same amount of force. So
Yep.
he'd have to say that. I mean, he'd have to make the case that the knife wasn't his and that it was Austin who came to him with a knife and tried to use it on him, and he took it out
how
of his hand,
about
and that's his only shot would be that.
how about if they make the case that he was bigger than him, and that's a possibility to say that
I mean, that would be a
that he
very
get out
tough.
strong.
I mean, he's not. He's really. I mean, if you look at the actual sizes of the two kids, they're not that much. There's really not a whole lot of difference. I mean, like Austin's a little bit bigger, but I mean, Carmelo was a football player. He's not. He's not a small guy. He's like 170, 180 pounds. He's a little bit smaller, but
Thought he was like a
you
buck 50.
I mean, no. They showed his stats. He's like 6 foot. Or he's like just below 6 feet, and he's about 175 pounds. He's in good shape. It would be very difficult. And the thing is, though, is that from what we can tell, at least Austin didn't come to him trying to fight him. He just was asking him to leave the tent. So you have a situation where a kid goes into some other team's tent, and I guess when it comes to sports like that in Texas, you don't go into some other team's tent. Like it's unheard of because it's just like you don't do it. It's like going into someone's locker room or something like that or their bench, a baseball game. So he goes and he sits down at another team's tent with a knife on him and he's talking shit. Like so that right there is he wanted a problem. I mean, the prosecution is going to paint the picture that this kid brought the knife. He wanted a reason to use it. So he sat down under there, started talking shit so he could get, a reaction from someone. He got a reaction. The kid came over and asked him to leave. He immediately put his hand in his bag and said, touch me and see what happens. So he's basically saying, give me a reason so I can use this knife on you. So he's already thinking, I want to use this knife and it's going to be. I mean, I think it's going to be impossible for them to have anything to defend. Like, I mean, how can you talk like that? Touch me and see what happens, and just try to say that you were in fear for your life. Like, really? I mean, it's just not within reality. Like, I just don't see it.
Well, I want to see people's reactions tomorrow and how they're going to act and what they're going to
Well,
say.
it'll be like. See, the problem is that there's no. They're not televising the case.
No, they're
Unfortunately,
not.
so,
They're
yeah.
not. But there are people that aren't that are going to be inside, and they can give you their.
Yep.
And you're
So
gonna
they'll
just have to
tell.
take. You're gonna have to just take their word for what it is, I guess.
Yeah, and I guess it's all the people that they're allowing in from the media are all liberal news outlets for some reason. Like it's crazy, but it's like I saw the listing of the places, and it's like they have a couple of news outlets from like the UK that are being allowed in there. Like it's like I have no idea why they're not local or anything like that. But at first, it was going to be, they were going to allow just whoever in there at first before the judge made his ruling. And I don't know if you're familiar with that reporter Sarah Fields, the one who's been following this case really closely.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was going to be there at first, like she's not going to be now, but she would have been perfect because she is like really knows this case probably better than anyone. She actually did if you want to really hear what's going on in this case, go to her Twitter. If you go to her Twitter, she did like a Twitter live, like a live stream a couple of days ago, and she talked about everything that's going on because like she's been personally involved in this case. She's gotten threats. Like she got to the point where someone was threatening her from the Carmelo side so bad
Yeah.
that
I heard.
you know, and she and that person is now in prison. I guess the person was on parole or whatever, and that violated them, so they're back in prison because they were threatening her. She was pregnant and shit, and people were saying they were gonna come and kill her and her child or all kinds of crazy shit. But this case has brought out so many people out of the woodwork that just have gotten involved, like mainly from the Carmelo side, like just these evil ass people. Like they've been swatting the father, the father, the guy we were just talking there.
Yeah.
They like 7 times or something like that. He's been swatted. Cops have shown up at his house. Like, can you imagine that? Like, you get your son gets killed, and then you have to deal with a bunch of this shit, and you got to go on TikTok, and you got the people talking shit like that to you. I mean, honestly, even if he said that shit, he was provoked into saying it. But it sounded to me that was edited. That audio was edited to
Yeah.
me.
That's what it sounded like to me too.
But there are people that say that they heard that all that live and it was real. But it doesn't sound like it to me. I think they're just lying.
Me neither.
But I know that they've had I know his mother, the mother of Austin, has been on TikTok on like some of like the people who are supporting Austin. She's gone on their pages and just said like thank you to everybody who's been supporting me because like they're aware of it or whatever. But the father of the kid of Carmelo's father goes on TikTok like every week. Every like week on the weekends he shows up on one of the pro Carmelo panels, and I just feel like that whole shit, the way his family's handled this whole thing, is destroyed any chance that he had at getting a light sentence. Because he's made them so disliked, like they're so hated because the way that they behaved with this whole thing. Like they could have from the beginning handled this differently and like not been so they kicked the father of the other kid tried to show up at the you're aware of that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I was aware.
That was the dumbest thing they could have done because that was their only shot at maybe like making a connection with that guy and getting him to not make a bad victim impact statement. Because when he does that, he could sway the jury and the judge, and maybe give him a lighter sentence, like if they had handled that differently. But by kicking him out and targeting him the way that they have in the harassment and shit, now he's going to go in there and he's gonna say like the worst possible things to get that kid as much time as possible, as he should. But
Only
it's
time's
it's
gonna wait and see. You say 2 weeks. I think it's gonna go stretch like probably like a month and a half or something. I could be wrong.
well, I don't know. But I mean, I think I just based on what people have been saying about cases like this, like similar cases, there's not a whole lot of complicated shit in this one. It's not like they have DNA evidence and like, his defense team is not trying to prove that he's innocent. So that takes away a lot of the stuff that would normally take up a lot of time. Because there's no alternate like theory about another person. Like he's already saying he did it, so now it's only a matter of did he do it in self-defense, and that can be argued in pretty time, at least from what I've heard of people say about past cases where people have been in that situation. Um, but I mean, it depends on, again, it all depends on what evidence they have. If they have a lot of evidence that needs to be looked over, then maybe, yeah, it could be longer. Um, I just think that they're kind of in a tight spot just because there's not a whole lot of room for, like, the prosecution has not offered a plea deal in this case, like, nothing. They've not offered, so that shows right there that they have a very, very strong case. Like they're not
Damn, not even a plea
giving
deal.
no nothing. Like you'd think that they would offer him like drop it down to involuntary like voluntary manslaughter or whatever in Texas they have. They don't have like they don't have second degree, first degree there. They have like murder and then like you know there's like one that's below that. It's like where if you didn't mean to do it, but you did mean to hurt the person, but you didn't mean to kill them. But they haven't even offered him that, and that says a lot right there about what the kind of evidence that they have. That means that they know that they don't need to worry about what's happening at a trial. That they got him dead to rights. So, and I think that they'll probably. I mean, it's going to be very interesting to see how his defense team approaches this. What their tactic is going to be like, because they can't follow what these people on TikTok have been saying. All this nonsense. It's not going to work in court. Like, and another thing is, I wonder if the kid's going to get on the stand.
Oof. Ooh. If I was them, I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I mean, I would because then you would have to sell. You've probably been practicing this acting now for a while.
Yeah.
I was gonna go. It's like, yo, son, when you get there, you're gonna tear up.
Yeah.
So
If he gets, I mean, the problem is though, is he's not going to be able. He's kind of in between a rock and a hard place because if he doesn't get on the stand, there's not going to be anybody to tell his side because his lawyer can't argue for him. Can't say, can't talk about what happened because he wasn't there. So if no one else is going to be there to argue for him, he's got no witnesses like that are going to be up there.
he's fucked because
He's
you want to
fucked.
know
Yeah, he has to
he's
take the
fucked
stand.
because you want to know what's funny is he was in Metcalf's tent, right?
Yeah.
Which would indicate that there's people that know Metcalf that were there. You understand?
Yeah. Yep.
So what do you think they're gonna say?
I mean,
They're not gonna take Carmelo's side.
one of the witnesses is Carmelo's coach, who is a witness to this thing. And so I mean, he does have, but he's a witness for the prosecution. So I mean, the only chance he possibly has is to take that stand. But the problem with that is he's going to have to answer some really difficult questions because he's not going to be able to just say he put his hands on me. They're going to say, "What do you mean he put his hands on you? What did he do?" And he's not going to be able to give a legitimate answer. Like he can't just say, "Oh, well, he pushed me." He's going to have to say, if he doesn't have a good reason for it, they're going to rip him apart on the cross-examination. And they're going to get him angry, and I bet you they get an emotional reaction out of him. That's what their goal is going to be to rattle him.
Yeah, to get him angry.
Get him pissed off and show the kind of anger he has and show that he's capable of just being a killer.
Mm-hmm. Shit.
But I wish we could see it, though. That's the only thing. If that was going to be televised, that'd be great.
That would be great. But I'm probably going to review a lot of, that Law Channel, whatever they have on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they'll probably get the best accurate information.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what happens. I'm going to be tuning in a lot to see what happens in this case because I've been following it from just about the beginning, and I just want to see what maybe I don't know if they'll. I know they're not televising it, but they may allow video clips. They may be allowed like certain things to be videotaped in the courtroom and shown on the news. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure they'll have certain parts where they're allowed to show something at least. If it wasn't for all this damn publicity around the case, the whole thing would be televised. But it's because of these stupid supporters of Carmelo, all the threats they've made. Like you have guys on TikTok talking about there's a white gay guy.
Yeah, I saw him. The bald dude, right?
Yeah. You saw that guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've argued with that guy on TikTok before. I've been in on panels where he's on there, and I've gotten into it with him. That guy, did you hear what he said? He was going to be on the rooftops, like shooting people and shit.
Yeah. If they like did the whole charcoal thing with the
Yeah, yeah.
pickup
But
trucks and
yeah.
shit.
Yep. He said, I'm gonna put you with Austin if you
Yeah, I heard that shit.
I mean, it's like, dude, they gotta like arrest that guy. Like, that's the kind of guy who would do it too. Like you can tell,
Oh,
like
and there's
he's
a guy
fucked
with
up.
dreads that said the same thing. He's like, I'm gonna be from the top, looking down or whatever.
I mean,
And
that's crazy, man.
yeah, he was saying that, and now I think the FBI is investigating his ass because they
Yeah, they need
recorded
to,
him.
man. They need to. They need
They
to. Like,
recorded
especially that
him.
that gay dude, that gay bald guy. He'll go there and do that. I swear to God, I've talked to him. He is that crazy where he will go there. Like I think it's got to be something. I'm trying to figure out why he would even be on that side, but it's probably because he's a fucking homosexual, and he identifies with the blacks because feels like he's probably been treated unfairly too or something like that. But he's a
Yeah,
fucking nutcase, man. Absolutely.
man, I hope that this shit ends in 2 weeks, and I want to see the reaction
Yeah.
of the FBA's, bro, and the meltdowns, bro.
Yeah, it's gonna be that. That's what I'm hoping, man.
It's gonna
I want to
be
see them. I want to see
fucking
their.
amazing, bro.
Dude, I was on
Oh,
a
I can't
panel.
wait.
I was on a panel a couple days ago, I wasn't on the panel, but I was watching on TikTok. It was like 1,000 people in the room, and this white girl went up there, and it was basically like an even split. There was like 4 Carmelo supporters and 4 Austin supporters, and this one girl went up there, and she just destroyed the whole pan. Like the way that she enraged them so much, and she just was like, I forget exactly what she said, but she just like, in using legal terms, was just like, you guys are out of your fucking minds. Like there's absolutely no chance he's gonna go free. Like, and she laid it out, and you could see their hearts break. Like when she did that, like they
Yeah,
all
but I
like
mean,
went
like
crazy.
it's fucking common sense, bro. Like you
Yeah, I
could
mean,
see
you think, but
dude, if let's say Metcalf would have had King with, I don't know, even a fucking water jug filled with water, like, and
yeah,
like try to swing at him, like maybe there's a possibility that I could be like, okay, he could have bashed him to death with this water bottle, and I'm like, okay, it's reasonable for him to get stabbed, fine, but that wasn't the fucking case.
yeah, exactly. It's just
You're gonna compare hands to a knife, dude. Like you
Yeah,
just can't.
everybody knows the truth. The bottom line is that those supporters, they just aren't willing to say it out loud. They know it. They're just saying that they want him to get off because he killed a white kid, and they want him to get away with it because they hate whites so much. So so to them, if he goes to prison, they're going to take it as a personal loss. Like for me, I look at this. I'm not involved. I don't know either of these people. Like it really doesn't affect me either way. What happens? I'm just I'm looking at this from the outside. But they feel like they're personally connected to this kid, this black kid who's, stabbed somebody. But the truth of the matter is that he's just a person that he's just a cold-blooded killer is all it is. Like, it's like they can't see that. If he were to get off and beat the case, would they want their kids going to school with him? You want to live next to him, someone that's capable of doing that shit? Like, fuck no.
Man, I don't
But
remember the
they
last
won't
time I
admit
heard a
that shit
gunshot,
though.
dude. Listen, I don't remember. I live in the city, dude, and I don't remember the last time from living in the city to where I live now, dude. The last time I heard a gunshot. The last time I heard somebody getting stabbed or something. Like
Yeah.
like over here, I think it was what last year or 2 years ago. There was a set of breakings, right? But
Yeah.
it wasn't like they were breaking in the cars like by breaking windows or
Yeah.
picklocking it or anything like that. It was just because it's the suburbs and people just leave their fucking cars open.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we had the habit of doing the same thing. And they gave us an advisory. It's like, yo, lock your doors because there's somebody, that's just going into people's cars.
Mhm.
And it's not because, the person was breaking the window or anything like that. It was just, fucking car is open, boom, I'm just gonna take the
Yeah,
change and
just like a little quick
you know what I
car
mean?
burglary.
Like that was like the craziest thing here.
Yeah, that's what it's like in the suburbs, man. Like, I don't know where did you say you lived in Boston? You said Hyde Park, I think,
I lived
or
multiple places.
Dorchester.
Yeah, but Dorchester would be one.
Yeah. What part of Dorchester were you? A Blue Hill Avenue area?
Nah. I lived in the part that, to be honest, dude, when I first moved there, but then it started getting gentrified during the years, dude,
Oh
and shit
yeah.
changed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like really, like it really changed. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Dorchester now, man. It's like a nice
well,
place
it's
to live.
expensive.
Yeah. I mean,
Like
you know, my
for like
father grew up in Dorchester, man.
the lower mills parts where the old chocolate factory used to be.
Is that down by
It's Lower Mills,
is that like
Dorchester.
south?
That's like where all the white people live.
Yeah.
That's where Mayor Marty Walsh, I think it was his
Yeah.
name. That's
Yeah.
where he lived.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that's
Yeah,
a
yeah. I
decent
passed by
part of
his
town. That's
house.
a
I
decent
passed by
area.
his house all the time. I didn't
So
live
did
that far from him.
so did you have a you in like a triple decker or one of those like big
Yeah,
apartments?
a brick triple decker, if you could call it that, because it
Yeah.
was made out of brick.
Yeah.
So it
Yeah, no,
wasn't
those are
like,
pretty nice. Like,
and inside, believe it or not, it wasn't like drywall. It was actually hard cement, bro. Like if you try to
yeah.
punch the wall, you will fucking break your hand.
So so
I think I lost you, man.
you can hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's a must be a newer was it a newer building?
Refurnished, you could say, but not new.
Yeah. Yeah, was it like a newer building or one of the older like houses they have there?
It was probably one of the older units. I want to say
Yeah.
probably it's 1920.
I'm trying to think of where exactly, like what area that is, because I worked a lot in Dorchester when I was in, because I just moved out of Massachusetts like back in
Dorchester's
2024.
huge, bro.
I know, yeah,
What's Dorchester and Cambridge, bro? That shit's fucking huge, bro.
yeah, and
I did not
they
realize
all,
how big Cambridge was, bro, until I got
oh, dude,
lost one
yeah,
day.
yeah, Cambridge, dude, dude, you know what happened to me, man? When I first got my license when I was 16, um, I tried to go driving, and I'd never driven in Boston. I barely knew how
Mhm.
to drive at all. And one night we went downtown, and we spent about 5 hours. 'Cause I was trying to get back on 90 East, going back towards
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
Newton, Wellesley, that area. But I accidentally got on the Tobin Bridge and went
Oh
across
God.
into Chelsea,
So you took
and
Route 1.
yeah, and then this is years ago. There was no GPS, nothing. We didn't know what the
Oh, dude.
so we were
MapQuest
literally
days.
like we ended up going all like I'm talking about. We didn't get home until like 3 o'clock in the morning because we were
Jesus
calling people on
fucking
the phone like, where are we? Like we ended up over in we ended up all the way in fucking first we were all the way up in um Medford. We went all the way up to like Bedford and Peabody up North Shore. Then we came
Oh,
back.
damn. I was about to say that. I was like, damn, please don't tell me you went like all the way to Peabody, bro. At that point, you were just about to enter New Hampshire and
We
all
were
these
like
fucking places, bro.
in
Like,
that
what the fuck?
area. Yeah, no,
Jesus, man.
we had no sense of direction because we'd never
No, fuck,
I had never even been
years
to the
of a
North Shore
distance,
at that
dude.
point.
You know how far of a distance that
Yeah,
is?
and but you have to understand. I thought that we were driving in the right direction. Is the thing. Like I thought that this like I'd never driven
Man,
over.
man.
I'd never really been over there. So I was like,
From
this
that
gotta be
distance,
like
to let's say from Wellesley to there, that's probably
it's
like
like an
good.
hour. It's like an hour drive.
Yeah, a good 50 miles, man, or more.
Yeah, like and we ended up all the way. The last place we went was we were in Belmont, at some old closed like mental institution, and like we called someone on the
Yo,
phone. They're like,
Belmont's expensive to live.
yeah,
Yeah.
but they have an old like they used to have state like mental asylums. They closed them down,
Yeah, they
but
closed them all down.
if you and for some reason in Belmont, they have a number of old, like closed up hospitals
Yep,
like that
yep,
used
yep.
to for like the criminally insane that they don't have anymore. But we ended up at one of those abandoned hospitals, and we were talking to someone on the phone. They're like, "Oh yeah, take a left at the mental institution." We were like, "What?" So like, yeah,
You know
there's a
that
mental institution
they
right there.
made those into apartments now.
Oh, did they? I think it was
Yeah.
like it was called like Mass. Met State, I think it was called back in the day or whatever.
That's what they
But
do.
yeah, no, we had
Even the
people looking
churches that
up.
have closed down, they make
Yeah,
room for luxury apartments.
dude, you should see the difference, man. Like the real estate compared to where I am now, compared to Massachusetts, it's insane. Like literally here, you can have a building like in Jackson, there was a church in like the shitty part of Jackson that caught fire and no one did anything. I'm talking about they let the church burn all the ways down as far as it went and then they never cleaned it up. So if you go down there, there's a church that's just been burned out and no one's ever done shit about it. It's just still sitting there. Like it's literally like it's like they don't give a shit about the properties one bit. Like they are dirt cheap. Literally just like you can get it for nothing in
Where's
some of
this?
these
Where you're
areas.
at?
Yeah, in Jackson, Mississippi, like in like the hood, and if you
Yeah,
go
but
into like Jackson's a small city, but so it doesn't like I could drive, from where I am, I'm in like the one nice part of the city, northeast. But if you drive, like if I drive 5 minutes, 10 minutes from where I am, I'm in the hood, like
yo,
the
but is
hood,
that is
like where
that
you don't
true?
want to go.
I heard something like that it where you at apparently education is actually climbing up way faster than most other states.
Yeah, Mississippi did have a big increase. Like for a while, they were like, the last
Oh,
in
so it is
last
true.
place. Yeah, it is true. It's jumped
Wow.
up. Like I'm not saying it's jumped up a lot. I think it went from like 50th to like 40th or something like or 39th or something like that. So it has gotten better. But I mean, just it's a different world down here, man. Like when I first got down here, I didn't realize how because I'm used to, I lived in California for 8 years, and then I was in Massachusetts for a number of years. Like came down here, and it's just a whole different story. Like it's property is just it's a different. People don't value property down here the way they do in Massachusetts. Like, Massachusetts, you have a property in the suburbs or in Boston, you're sitting on like $1 million right there if it's
Oh,
nice.
easily.
Dude, I sold my house in Massachusetts in 24 for I think the final sale was 925,000. And with that we were able to pay off our mortgage and then come down here and we bought a much nicer place than like I would have ever thought I could live in for $500,000. We were able to pay it cash with no mortgage. And this house that I live in now is the nicest house I've ever lived in by far. Like it's like I never thought I would live in a house this nice, but it's just the property values are just different, man. You can
Oh
live
no,
on
of course.
like nothing. Like honestly, you can get by
Acres,
here.
man.
It's crazy, man. It really is. Like
Acres,
I don't know
acres.
how I would have survived in Massachusetts, man. Like the amount of money
It's
you
just
have to be able
expensive
to
here, dude.
afford. Dude, everything is just so much more expensive. You have to worry about like in the wintertime, you have to worry about paying for
Mm-hmm.
oil and for heat, all
Mm-hmm.
that shit, man. I used to
Damn,
pay so much money.
how does it get over there in the winter?
Dude, you don't even need like honestly, you don't need to get you don't need the heat maybe a couple times a year. Like that's it. Like it gets maybe like the
I'm pretty
lowest
sure you got like
temperature
a
I've felt.
fireplace where you know what I mean?
Yeah,
For
yeah,
your
yeah.
heat.
We have a fireplace, so like that's really all you need. It might get down to like the minimum I've seen here is maybe like 35, like late, like high 30s is the absolute coldest it will get. So like on average, it would be between like in the wintertime and like the dead of winter, it's between 50 and like 40 degrees, like at the in the low end. So
Yeah,
it's really just this.
hoodie temperature and stuff like
Yeah,
and
like I
jacket.
mean, it's like you don't really like it's not like Boston where you need to be able to
Yeah,
basically
we need a
dress
fucking
for
coat.
like fucking yeah. Like I remember in Massachusetts, man, like I used to have to wear like basically like skiing clothes to go out
Yeah,
in
bro.
damn cold,
Same.
the damn wind chill and shit. But
Same,
I'll
man.
tell you, man,
I still
it's
have
a
to do
trade-off though. Because the summertime here, man, is so bad. Like it literally, it almost counteracts like because we get a break for the winter. It's not as bad as Massachusetts, but the summertime here gets so hot that it's almost unbearable to be outside. Like if you don't have a pool here, like it's like you need to live in a place with a pool. It's going to be a tough summer for you.
I mean, shit. I don't know now, but maybe in the future, Texas or Florida is what we're looking at. But chances is probably going to be Florida.
You talking about moving?
Yeah, not now though.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, man, you can live so many, and like yeah, Texas is definitely a good place. Like, there's a lot of different areas you could go to the Dallas Fort Worth area. That's affordable, really nice area, and there's definitely parts of Florida. I mean, even like if I when we were thinking about moving, the places we considered were South Carolina, North Carolina, Texas, uh, Florida and Mississippi were like the main places that we were looking at. Um, we ended up coming down here because my wife is from here originally and her family owns a shitload of land here. So we had like, and her family lives here and shit. So like that was probably the main reason we came down here. But yeah, man, like you could live on a fraction on whatever your income you guys live on now. You can live on a fraction of that down here. Like just think about like just the prices of gas, the prices of everything is about cut it in half. Everything you pay up there in Massachusetts, it's about
Jesus,
literally about half.
and that's a red state too, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. It's red as shit. It's one of those Republican states you'll find really. I mean, as long as you're not like as long as you don't rely on any type of government service, because those are this is like the worst place you want to be if you're like welfare or like you rely on any type of government service. But as long as you're not on any of that shit, here's a perfect place to live, and you know. You can make, whatever you're making in Massachusetts, you could make the same thing down here, and you just would be able to get it. You'd live just for so much cheaper. You just see so much more money in your accounts. In Massachusetts, I was just used to all my money coming in and going right back out.
Dude,
y- You know,
shit, man, you ain't got to tell me.
yeah, I mean, but just we got getting rid of that mortgage was a huge thing. Just not having a mortgage cut everything. Like if I stayed in Massachusetts, man, I don't even think if I would have sent my daughter to private school because it would have been like $50,000-$60,000 a year.
Oh yeah, over
Here,
here, easy.
I send her to a nice private school here. It's like 13,000-14,000 dollars a year, and it's like a very very good private, just as good as any of the ones that I would have sent her to in 'cause I live in Southborough, so like um we were thinking maybe the Face School or whatever, but that shit's $60,000 a year for like
Bro,
kindergarten.
it's like this
It's
ain't even
fucking
college.
insane, man. Yeah, no, it is. And the thing is and down here, you have no option. You cannot send your kids to public school and sit in the city of Jackson public schools.
Oh,
The nightmare. Like I couldn't even, no, you couldn't pay me enough to send my child there. Like, that would be like you have that. First of all, it's like all of the most poor. It's like it's the ghetto people. Like that's all it
yeah,
is. Like and it has a terrible reputation too.
they gonna be hating on her every time she come in with the new this, new that. She got snacks on deck. Like,
Yeah,
look at this
yeah,
bitch
pretty much.
think that she's better than us.
Yeah, I don't know
You
if
know how it is.
I don't know if your kids are your kids in school yet?
Yeah, yeah, they're in school. At first, I had
Okay,
him
I
in
mean,
I had him in private school when the oldest one from pre-K to like first, second grade, I think it was, and then we moved over here. So the public schools around here are not bad. Where I live, I'm not
dude,
gonna say
public
where I
schools
live,
there are good, man. They're like
but over
the
here
public
we're pretty
schools
good.
there are really good.
They have a what is it? I believe is a 81 um, percent graduate, which is not bad.
Yeah, no, I think Massachusetts has some of the best public schools in the country, man. Like, where I grew up in Newton, like the public schools
Yeah,
there were
Newton has
damn
pretty
near
good
like,
schools.
yeah, dude, like you didn't even need to go to private school there. Like it was
No,
like
you
the
didn't.
school was damn near just as good.
What is Brookline too?
What's that?
Brookline too. Brookline.
Oh yeah, dude, Brookline High, and like any of those schools, Wellesley, Needham, Newton, like any of those places, even like Framingham and fucking, Waltham, like any of those places, you'd be your kid public school there. Um, it's nothing like having to go here, man. I can't even imagine what that life would be like with having sending your kid there. Like you need to send your kid with school with a knife if you go in there.
Like I was just like when we got out of Boston, I was like, I'm glad because I did not want to send my kids to public school in Boston,
Yeah.
not in the
Did you
city.
go like I don't want you to tell. Obviously, I'm not asking you where, but did you go north of Boston, south of Boston, or
No,
west?
south. I went south.
You went okay. So
I'm in the,
yeah. No, there's
I
some
guess
nice
I'm in like
areas
in the
down
South
there.
Shore. You could just say South
Yeah,
Shore.
yeah. I love the South Shore, man. I
Yeah,
because I
same
used
here.
to go to I used
It's
to go
just
to
peaceful.
um, yeah, I used to drive down I used to go to Nantucket every summer when I was growing up because my family had a house on Nantucket. So I used to go down drive down Route 3 all the way to I think it's Route 6 down in Hyannis. Um but yeah, man, and especially when I was working, I was working, PI cases there in Massachusetts. I spent a lot of time down in like I worked cases. Let me think. Kingston. Not what's it called? King, right next to Norwell. It's called Kingston, I think it is.
Kingston.
Yeah, Kingston, I think is what it's called. Um, and then there's a couple other nice towns like I remember driving through um,
Kingston,
down the
Plymouth,
South Shore.
Hyannis.
Yeah, Plymouth, yeah, all that stuff. Like it was, I used to enjoyed going down there. I wasn't as a big fan of the North Shore at all,
Plymouth has
though.
some good beaches.
Yeah, but it's honestly it's a trade-off because living in Massachusetts and Boston, I love the city of Boston, and like it just if it wasn't for the price, I would have stayed there. But I mean, it's just, coming down when you come down south and you live, you have to to trade off because you don't get the same quality of everything. Like the food down here just isn't as good as what you'd expect in Massachusetts. Like, I've yet to find a single pizza place that has like legitimately like real pizza like you do find in
Where
the
in where
Northeast.
in Mississippi?
Yeah, in Jackson, like in this part of Jackson, like if you go to any pizza place here, like any like it's all just like like the lowest grade pizza that you could possibly get. Even the places that are supposed to be good, it's like a far cry from anything you'd ever get in especially like the North End and you ever been to the restaurant Santarpio's in East Boston?
Oh yeah. I used to go to
Dude, I
school. I used to go
love
to
that
school with
place, man.
with his kid.
Dude, that is like one of my favorite places of all time, like in my
Used to get
life
free
that I've
pizza and shit
been
every
to.
time we used to get off of school.
Dude,
Get
how
high.
good is that fucking pizza, man?
Oh, fucking
That
awesome.
shit is so good. It's like almost like a different like I've never had anything that compares to that. Like they really know how to do that shit. Like
Yeah,
you just don't
straight up
get that down here.
straight up Italian, mobsters and shit.
Yeah, that's the thing you don't get. And the funny thing about that place is it's all cash. If you're no, they don't do any other. So
Nope.
like it's all connected to some. I'm sure they're connected to some kind of like organized
Oh
crime
yeah,
or
they
some shit
are.
like that. Yeah,
I've heard they were.
they're like the one place where you still to this day, like if you go in that restaurant, they don't
Alleged.
have anything except for cash. It's all you can pay with.
Yes, Tapios, man. Right in East Boston, right under the bridge.
Yeah, right before you get to the airport. I used to
Mhm.
go there anytime I had a case that was right anywhere near there. I used to always go there afterwards. That's one of the things. There's nowhere around here like that. Like there's no place that's quality.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, I mean
Like
there just isn't.
who is it? Can't remember if it was in Vegas or California, but it was this guy. He's like from New York, and he had the same issue. And he's like, he found out the problem. He's like, the issue is that it's the water, bro.
The
Like so,
water?
yeah. So there's like you see in New York, we make our pizza with the tap water from New York, so you get that pizza, whatever. So
Yeah.
what he does is he gets the dough made in New York and makes the pizza out in California or Vegas.
Oh, issue. Yeah,
Yeah,
that
so
makes
that's what
that
he
makes
did. So
sense
he
because
has a
like
restaurant like that. So now he just gets the dough shipped, and he you know,
yeah,
yeah.
you know the because I lived out in California for about 8 years, and it was like I lived in just south of Los Angeles, so I was in that LA area. There was a couple of places there, but California had so many other good restaurants that it didn't really matter that much. Like they had some good Italian restaurants you could go to. Around here, there just isn't any good restaurants. Like literally, there's nowhere you
Damn,
could be
for
like,
real?
oh yeah, let's go pick up.
Like not
There's
even
just no,
barbecue,
there's the,
dude?
I mean, like I mean, I'm not a huge fan of that type of food, but like even the shit that
Mm.
I've had, it just is not quality. Like it just there's just something about it. It's just like
Damn, nigga, how
it's
the hell you
just like
survive?
dude, I honestly, man, I eat a lot of. I mean, I obviously I buy all my food. I don't eat out anywhere anymore. Um, like you can still get obviously, you can get good steaks and good, shit like that from the grocery store. But and my wife learned how to make pizza. She rolls the pizza my wife makes is better than any pizza place you can get around here, in my opinion, at least, which is kind of sad because their pizza is not like that great. But uh, you go around here, man. You'll get like the thing about some
He
real
said,
low quality shit, like some like Little Caesars pizza. You ever been to that place?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's like trash pizza. It's like
Yeah,
that's what
yeah.
that's what this pizza is like down here from everywhere. You go in there, you get it. It's just the same.
Yeah, I
Like
couldn't do no
that.
Little Caesar.
It's terrible, man. Like I've kind of gotten used to it though, honestly.
Yeah, that
Just
kind of
like
sucks, man. Like,
it does suck. Yeah, it's
it's
one of
this
the big.
dude,
Yeah,
that's
it's
how
a.
I felt when I went down to where the fuck was I? Oh, Florida, dude. And we ordered pizza. Like,
Oh yeah,
and I
you're not gonna
was
get it
like,
down there.
what is this?
Yeah, they're not equipped to make it, man. It's a different culture. It's not like in Massachusetts, man. Even like just any mom and pop pizza place is pretty decent there. Like even like
Yeah, it doesn't even
whatever
matter the
city you're
rates
in.
either. I've
Yeah,
noticed.
like in Massachusetts, every town has like a town or pizza or like
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Newton City Pizza, Waltham Pizza. Those places are all usually pretty damn good. Like at the very least, they're decent. There's not any places like that here that like, you can just go to. Like
You know
they're
what
just
pizza is good?
what's that?
You know what pizza is good?
Which one?
You know the McDonald's right there on Mass Ave?
Yeah, you mean by a Copley Square, kind of?
Where the methadone mile is.
Oh, I haven't. I don't think I know exactly which one you're
Mobile
talking
there.
about.
There's a mobile there, and there's a McDonald's there. So it's
What's the pizza place called?
shit. I forget the name, but it's literally like it splits right in the split. You know what I mean? Where you can
Yeah.
it connects to like I-93.
Right. Okay. So you're talking
Yeah,
about over by like Boston City Hospital, kind of.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
Literally right where the Hilton is, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I've actually been to that one, but
No,
I've been to a lot
it's
of the places in
expensive.
the North End. Yeah. Yeah. So is it like an Italian restaurant or is it just like a pizza place?
It's a pizza place. I think it's owned by some Puerto Ricans, but
Oh, really?
oh, dude, this shit is good.
Yeah, man. Like that's what I miss more than anything. Every time I go
Like it's like
back
a
there.
$25 box of pizza for like maybe two or three toppings.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, dude. Honestly, man, I'd be willing to pay it like around here, man. Because this shit just it's just bad. Like in the pizza that people think is good around here, if you ask people what's the best pizza place and you go there, you're gonna be like, what the fuck is this shit? Like this is not pizza. Like this looks like some. Honestly, you can get better like microwave pizzas or like the pizzas you put in the oven, the frozen ones.
I hear Red Robin is good as long as you're making like in a pizza oven.
Dude, there's one place that I get these
Red
box
Ribbon, I think
pizzas
it's
from,
called Red Ribbon.
Red Ribbon.
Yeah,
There's one called it's like Sophia's or something like that. That's what I've been eating for pizza. It's like this, and it's made supposedly it's made in New York.
me personally, I like the thin crust. If it's frozen, yeah. But that other shit with the dough, I can't do it. You know what I mean? But my favorite type of pizza is pan pizza. Like so, like those are the spots that I look for in Boston where they make it in the pan. You get the the crispy crust. Oof, that shit be popping. Oh my lord! And the Sicilian pizza too. Oh man, in Medford.
Yeah, yeah, man.
Oh, dude, that's like because that sauce is like kind of, dude. That's how pizza is in the Dominican Republic, just like that Sicilian pizza, bro. That's how they make it, and the difference is that they add. Guess what the toppings are?
Yeah, man, I miss it,
But
man.
believe it or not, you're gonna find it weird, but it tastes good, bro. It's corn and ham.
What did you say it was? What was the toppings on it?
Corn and ham.
Corn and ham.
Mm-hmm.
Where's the place you said?
In DR, but it tastes in Dominican Republic, but it tastes just like Sicilian pizza. The only difference is that we have like a sweet sauce. It's not sugar, but it's like sweet. Like
Yeah,
it kind of, instead of tangy, it's kind of like sweet in a bit.
yeah. I
Yeah,
don't know if you've ever
that
been.
shit.
Have you ever had the places that make the Detroit style shit?
Yeah, I've been to Uno's. Uno's they make. Oh no, that's not Detroit. That's Chicago. What is a Detroit pizza? Like now let me look this shit up because I don't know what a Detroit pizza is. Because I heard a Chicago deep dish. I know what that is, but a Detroit pizza, Detroit, Detroit pizza, Detroit style pizza. What is this? Let's see. Destroy. Ooh, okay. Oh, yeah. I can fuck. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Let me
man.
pull this shit up. Ooh,
Hey, what's
fuck
up? Urban landlord in the building. Oh man, yeah, some of that shit is good, man. Dude, there's a place in fucking I think it's Natick or Framingham that makes pizza just like that. That is really, really, really good. When I was in Southborough, I went there. It's different like than the normal pizza you'd get, but it's like it's fucking good, man. I gotta say, it looks exactly like that shit.
shit, man. I would fuck this up. And then we got Chicago deep dish. Not a big fan of the deep dish, man. I do. What the hell is this? This is too much cheese for me. That's why I never bought one of these. But I've had the chance to I come across these type of pizzas, but I couldn't do it, dude. Too much cheese. Shit would fuck me up. A New York style pizza. New York, Chicago. Let me see. See, I'm more of the this one right here. I like the Neapolitan. I don't know. I would have to pick the Neapolitan or a classic New York slice for sure. Yeah, boy. Oof. Yeah, you getting me hungry. Let me stop. Let me stop. Yo, but this Carmelo shit, man. These people got no type of empathy or sympathy. It's all about my people. And it's like, yo, but if your people, like, it doesn't have to be about your people. It's just about the individual and what he did. That's what it should all be about. It shouldn't be about nothing else. But these people can't fucking see it. It's nasty, man. And quite frankly, bro, like I don't wish the kid, nothing bad or anything like that, because I really don't know him from a hole in the wall. But what I could say is he did take a life. So whatever he gets, he's just gonna have to take that in the chin.
Thank you all for 30 minutes.
Yeah, man, he's gonna have to take that in the chin. MFB, you say 2 weeks. I'm saying a month and a half. Anybody else has any wagers to see how long this Carmelo Anthony case is gonna last? You could go ahead and put it in the chat. But do you think that like this is the thing, like, because somebody said online, MFB, they said that black people, not black people, that white people are going to protest in the street when they find Carmelo not guilty. And I'm like, I don't think so. What you think about that? I don't know. I think we lost MFB. But yeah, man, I don't know. Quite frankly, I mean, they're gonna have their opinion. They're gonna say there are a couple things on the internet where they feel safe, of course, but I don't think they're gonna go out on the street and protest for this stuff. If anything, they just gonna say that they got the wrong call there. But I think that's about it. I don't think they're gonna take it to the extreme. Let's protest and destroy our own neighborhood type of shit. I don't think that's gonna happen. But yeah, man. Only time is gonna tell, and the case is tomorrow. So we're gonna see how that's gonna end up. Jury selection is tomorrow. We're gonna see what the dynamics of that is gonna be. If it's gonna be 6 men, 6 women, or is it going to be, I don't know, 8 women, 4 dudes? Only time gonna tell, and we're gonna find out. And what we won't find out is the race or anything like that, because I don't think the court is gonna let us know anything like that. But people will be interested in that type of shit. Me personally, I don't care. I think that if it should be down the line, 6 6, 6 men, 6 women. I don't care about the race or anything, but just just even kill with that, with the gender. But yeah, man. Let me put a little commercial real quick before I get up out of here.
When you can't do the activities you love, you can't be you. 3 out of 5 young adults experience early onset arthritis. Negro can help. Negro increases cartilage and strengthens muscle tissue in the knees so you can feel like you again. Don't be a slave to joint pain. Free yourself, and the results will be noticeable.
Hey, that guy's using Negro. Hey, Negro. Negro.
Hey, Negro. Negro.
Look at him go.
Negro, get back to what you do best. Get back to you.
Negro, please.
Negro is available only by prescription. Consult your doctor to see if Negro is right for you. Negro, please.
Yeah, it's a sponsor for Let's Talk About It, of course. If you got knee pain, I suggest you get some Negro and rub it in that knee, and you'll be good. Sponsorship, you get 50% off with Tino's code. Yeah. But damn, that's a little bit harsh, Ryan. Like, Brian? What you mean? Like, you think? I mean, you can't go based off what all these people are saying online, and that side that is actually protecting him, compared to the people that live in that neighborhood that happen to be of that, race. I don't think that they'll see it the way that most of these, other people are seeing it online, bro. To be honest with you. Yeah, man. I don't know who's to say. I really don't know, but that apparently where they're from, Frisco, is very expensive to live. So one would assume that it's not the same type of mindset. You get what I'm saying? But then again, we did have Carmelo stab. It's not funny, but he did he did stab somebody. And so one can assume, one can only assume. But damn, man, uh, we're only gonna see what they're gonna say, man. But he looks guilty to me, man. I don't know. He looks guilty to me. He looks pretty guilty to me. And we're gonna see if there's gonna be racial tensions, which I doubt they won't be, but that's what people are saying. I doubt it. I don't think this case is that big in the sense where, because I don't think I've seen this shit on CNN or anything like that. I could be wrong, but the liberals are not making too much headway of this shit. So, and I'm not saying that they're the ones that control, the news cycle or anything like that. But usually both sides take the story, and it only seems like Fox and maybe Max News have talked about this, but not everybody else. So I don't know. It's interesting. So we'll see, man. We'll see. Hopefully you don't have to worry about that, Brian, because like I said, it's a very rich neighborhood. But then again, you don't know how jury selection is going to be, because it's going to be between the defendant and the prosecution that get to select these people down the middle. So, yeah, man. And I don't know if the donations have stopped or anything, but listen, before I get up out of here, if I was in his shoes personally, bro, I don't even think you would see me in a courtroom. I'll be on a run. And when they ask the parents, "Oh, do you know?" I don't know shit. Yeah, I'll be in the run. I wouldn't even call my parents anymore. I'd be like, just forget about your parents, bro. Start a whole family. You don't got parents. Yeah, I'll be on the run, bro. Because, I mean, dude, you look guilty as shit. But then again, we don't know what they're going to bring in when this shit starts and when it kicks off. You know what I mean? We don't know. We don't know what they're going to say. We don't know how they're going to try to play this. We don't know how they're going to try to finagle it. But one thing I could say, if I was in his position, man, I'll be somewhere in Brazil, Cancun or some shit. Yeah, I'll be gone, man. I'm gone to November, man. Like white John Clef. But I hope you guys have a good night. And we'll see tomorrow what they say with this case, man, because I'm going to be following this, man, very closely. And I'll let you know what I've learned, and hopefully you guys could, teach me what you guys have learned, and we can go through this whole Carmelo Anthony process and see what happens. But until then, you guys have a good night. Peace.
Yeah. We are live. Let's talk about it with your host Jules and Latino. Let's talk about it. Pull up a chair and show people. Let's talk about it. Real life, real laughs on a reload. Let's talk about it with your host Jules and Latino. Jules got the gems, big facts. Latino bring the spice. No cap, 2 mics, 1 vibe. Tap in, turn it up, tell a friend. Let's begin. Let's talk about it with your host Jules and Latino. Let's talk about it. Pull up a chair and show people. Let's talk about it. Real life, real laughs on a reload. Let's talk about it with your host Jules and Latino.
Whatever the fuck you want to say don't mean I gotta listen to it and not stop talking because you want to talk.
Let's talk about it with your host Jules and Latino. Pull up a chair, this your people. Real life, real laughs on the reload. With your host Jules and Latino. Jules got the gems, big facts. Latino bring the spice. No cap, 2 mics, 1 vibe. Tap in, turn it up, tell a friend. Let's begin. Let's talk Latino. Jews and Latino. Jews and Latino.
Come on, Latino, you gotta stop supporting this shit, OG.